rock and roll. What a good start. Yes, sir. Here we are.
Oh, geez, what did I just do?
You opened a beer. What do you think you just
No,
did?
it just went everywhere.
Oh,
He doesn't usually do that.
fuck.
Oh, what are you doing?
I will.
You're sipping it.
Cheers, mate. No, but this is... Yeah, no, I'm going to sip this.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. Here we are, back again.
Chats with whiskey.
Chats with the whiskey. It's good to be back in the seat. It actually feels like it's been a while. Oh, you're just going to neck that. Oh, I apologise to the listeners if that sounded a bit gross.
No, it's pretty gross. Wait.
Mortho and I just went and had a curry at our local curry house, which is delicious. But then after that, it's like, oh, fuck, did we have a little bit much? You know, I certainly feel like that. Did I have a little bit much? I think I'll be all right. But
I think that feeling goes away after, a
couple of minutes.
couple of beers.
Yeah, that's right. But we needed to go and get a what did we get? A bottle of Jägermeister and a
shitload of
few Red Bulls. So that's what Will just sculled and what I'm sipping.
Because when I have a Jaeger bomb, you just go.
Yeah, if it's a bomb, but this isn't really a Jaeger bomb.
No, you've just made yourself a cocktail, I suppose.
A Jaeger drink.
A Jaeger drink.
Isn't it? Because a Jaeger bomb, when I'd going to clubs and stuff back in the day, it was Jaeger. It was Red Bull, sorry, and then a shot glass of Jägermeister that you depth charge, you drop it, and then whooshka. Yeah, I ain't trying to fucking do that, mate. 40 fucking years old. All right, so before we get too far into this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let me just sort of premise this and lay it down a little bit. So effectively, Mortho and I are talking about what should we do for the last episode of 2022, which is, of course, also the last episode of Season 1 of Chats with Whiskey, which is very exciting, I think.
It's been a magical season.
It has.
The amount of people you've had
It's been my best season so far.
Well, no, it was cool to look back through your catalogue, the amount of people and the diversity of content as well.
Indeed.
And you really touched on everyone's got something interesting to say.
That's it. Exactly.
I really think that's quite enjoyable to a lot of people.
Thank you.
No, it's really cool to see, man.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Where are you up to on followers and all that?
I'm not 100% sure.
Are we talking 1 mil?
Yeah, I think we're just knocking on
1 mil?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
You've got your, what is it, platinum fucking
I forgot
play button.
Yeah.
It's you left that at home, whatever.
Yeah, I get, tend to earn around the sort of 60,000 US a month mark at the moment from it. So that's fucking sweet. Yeah.
yeah. Great.
Yeah, give or take. Roughly speaking. Okay, so the premise of tonight's or today's episode, if you are watching this into 2023, you can look back nostalgically. Today is the 20th Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
The 21st of December.
Yeah.
2022, so this will be the last episode for the year, and as I said, the last one for this season. Then we'll be coming straight back into it early in the new year. Anyway, the idea is that Will and I are going to touch on a few different things that have happened throughout the year, globally, locally, whatever. We're not going to try and go too heavy on this. This isn't Fox News. This is more of a,
try and keep it light. There is some sort of stuff that we feel. Well, we spoke about this earlier. I think it is some sort of stuff that earns appreciation, but most of it is lighthearted.
Exactly. Yeah. So have a laugh, join in. What is your earliest date that you've got written down?
4th of March.
Okay, good. You're one a little bit before me. So let's go. 4th of March, 2022. What was the headlines, big boy?
Shane Warne died.
Oh, shit. Okay, so we'll just start with a death.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that we're just going to keep it lighthearted right from the get-go. People die.
Yeah. Shane Warne himself, a fantastic athlete, I suppose. Athletes.
Well, to cricketers are athletes. To the
Anyway,
rest of us are cricketers.
Through that sport, he became quite a big Australian icon.
He did, indeed.
And
all throughout, mostly the 80s, I think. Is that right? Would that be right?
I think.
Would that be right?
I think
the
the
90s?
80s is too long ago. I'm not well versed on my cricket.
No, I'm not either.
But
good to know that the first article we researched
we really don't
well.
know much about.
That's really fucking good.
But no, my what I gather from Shane Warne is he was very charismatic. He was a real character. He was a bit of a bad boy sometimes. He got into some trouble occasionally, just about don't bend the rules too much or whatever. But he was sort of like, oh, fuck you.
Fuck you.
But yeah, no.
That's what I want.
He just seems like, from him being a cricketer, he was a really good cricketer. But he was also a bit of a... It turns out he was an Australian icon. Yes. In a weird back to front way. He wasn't aiming to do that or anything like that. He was just...
Well, I think he was someone who sort of spoke to the people. You know, a lot of people in Australia are really into their sport, really into.
Next
it's very
to
much a
religion
sport.
here.
Yes, very much a sporting nation, and for a lot of those people, cricket is one of those big sports, and he was certainly a big dude within that. I remember hearing when he died. I don't know how he died. Do you know? Like, was it an overdose or was it a car crash?
From all I've read
Take a cricket
so
ball
far,
to the head?
No. All I've read so far was just it was from an illness.
Okay. So maybe cancer or something.
I don't think so. I think it was just an illness that he had that just sort of went a bit mad.
Got bad.
Yeah.
Well, rest in peace, Warnie.
Yeah.
And the people in the comments, please let us know. We don't intend to be ignorant.
No.
Please let us know what it is that caused him to pass.
Well, yeah. Like, to me personally, like, I don't necessarily follow the sport. I don't know much about Warnie himself. I didn't need to know about him to know him.
Yeah.
It's
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I do know what you mean.
He's just an iconic Australian.
Yeah,
he's
that's
something that sort of, you know, like, I mean, once upon a time it was all about Don Bradman, if you're Australian. But yeah, now it's like, you know, our next generation are going to be like, oh, it's all about Warnie.
Right.
So he's. I'm not comparing them, but Warnie's just up there with the legends, especially in cricket, because it's such a sport just built on these legends.
Yeah, for sure.
And like they are a big part of Australian culture.
They are, absolutely. Yeah, they really are, and even more so in other countries. You know, India,
absolutely,
South Africa,
absolutely,
places like that. Fuck, they go nuts for their cricket. England, you know, has a. I mean, England is where the game was formed, I think.
I
feel like it was
naturally.
I look at it. Yes. I look at it and like, it doesn't get a lot more English than that.
Yeah,
you know, like you look at it and it's a game that's played in the middle of summer, yet they're wearing a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
That wasn't formed in a hot country.
No,
you know.
I remember also there was an action figure, if you could call it an action figure, of David Boone. He was more famous for his tinny drinking record on the journey from Australia to England, which was, I think it was 42 tins.
Okay, so just for those outside of Australia and New Zealand, tins are cans of beer.
Yeah. I think it's 42 tins. I think that's what he's drank.
That's fucking epic.
Yeah. And he was most famous for that and also his gorgeous mo. But there was an action figure or some sort of little toy of him. But if you press it, it makes a noise. and his noise was "Take that, Your Majesty." That's fucking beautiful. Just imagine him slogging one and be like,
Take that, Your Majesty. Speaking of Your Majesty, I'm sure that as we go through
a good segue,
this
that
year,
one. Yeah.
well, as we go through this year, of course, we will touch on Her Majesty. I see what I wasn't even fucking thinking that, man. I wasn't even thinking that.
what are you going to do? What, mate?
She's dead, mate. What's wrong with you?
No, you're the one touching her. The fuck is wrong with you, cunt?
All right, well, that is a very good segue into the next one, because what happened only a couple of weeks after that was on the 27th of March, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Yep.
Bushka, bitch slap, right at the 94th Academy Awards as Chris Rock was telling jokes.
Yeah, he was just doing his
He was
job.
being a comedian. Do you imagine how fucking badly slapped we would get if we let people into the studio? Jesus.
Oh, man.
He was just doing his job. And look, I mean...
And Will Smith decided, like, oh, Jada's watching. She's there finger bashing herself, like, yeah, beat that cunt up. Fucking, like, what's she doing? Uppercutting her clitoris?
Well, she wasn't combing her hair.
No. Yeah. Like, what was she doing? Like, seriously, the only reason I reckon Will Smith did that is because his missus was watching.
Yeah.
The missus that's
That's not
shags
the
other fucking blokes.
That's not the only reason. It's also, I think it's also because Chris Rock is significantly smaller than Will Smith. And Will Smith is an absolute bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine if it was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I was about to say that.
If it was Dwayne doing that, right?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that Smith would have got up there and slapped him? Not a fucking chance.
Exactly, yeah.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
Or Joe Rogan, or basically anyone remotely bigger than Chris Rock. Because
Yeah.
Chris Rock is small, like in stature. He's small. He's very big in personality. He's small in stature.
Yeah.
But Will Smith is no gangster.
No.
Right? First of all, he slapped him. He slapped him.
Yeah.
He didn't punch him.
No.
He didn't pop a cap
Yeah.
or anything remotely gangster.
No, yeah.
He walked up to him in his Armani suit and slapped him.
Yeah. I bet my missus
I
is
mean,
watching this.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Just a fucking
But
tool.
the thing is,
I've never been a Will Smith fan though. Never. You can ask people who've known me for a long time. I've never been a fan of his. I've always thought that his music was weak as shit, and I've never liked his acting.
Yeah, he's not a musician. I liked his acting in stuff that I watched as a kid. These days, I'm like, yeah. But like, yeah, sorry. The thing with Will Smith doing that, it was more like, because his missus was right there. He like, and his missus is off shagging other blokes, and he didn't know quite what to do. So he was just like, yeah, I need to, assert my dominance by beating up a smaller man. Yeah, it's like,
Exactly.
Will, we get it. All right, yeah, you've got all this pent up aggravation, no doubt. I mean, I fuck Jada Smith. You're not missing out on much. Like, she's rubbish. Like, man, if I had to pick between Jada Smith and a dead horse, like, okay, so
Dead horse has a better mane.
something to grab onto. I know.
But anyway, let's not sledge Jada too much. I think I'm well. Look, sledge whoever you want, but to me, it's more about Will Smith and that just weak thing. But I just think that it was I think it was a real turning point within entertainment, and particularly at that level of entertainment.
You're right, yeah.
Where Chris Rock, who he didn't really say anything that bad, right? He was simply like referring to the fact that suddenly Will Smith's wife is there with no hair.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, was it Tomb Raider maybe? I can't remember.
Oh,
I think it was
G.I.
G.I. Jane.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
G.I. Jane. Like, she's going to be in the next the next G.I. Jane. Something to that effect, right? Everyone that knows. They know what I'm getting at. And for Will to then turn around and think that it was okay for him to physically attack Chris Rock on international TV. Well, although that's kind of irrelevant, but the point is, in a way, it's kind of good that it happened like that, because what it did was show the world that this boy next door of Will Smith, who never swears in his songs, and he's, all prim and proper, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, bullshit, is still actually a self-entitled fuckwit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the thing that proved, like, who is the professional there?
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Chris Rock.
Because Chris didn't turn around and go fucking wild.
No, he kept his own.
He kept his own.
And
I think
he continued on with the job.
Was shocked,
yeah. Like, I mean, this particular story, yes, it's funny to joke about and stuff like that, and also who gives a fuck about celebrities. Regardless of that, Chris had a job to do, and he went through and did it.
Yeah.
Will Smith there was just a member of public at that point.
Yes.
So if that happened to anyone else that wasn't famous, locked up, thrown away.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What they've done is just assaulted someone in public.
Yeah.
And because he's a fucking celebrity and all that, that's okay.
Well, I think the thing is, in the US, Chris would have had to have pressed charges in order for Will to actually be done for it.
Oh, right.
Right. Whereas here, you wouldn't have to press charges for that. It was seen, the Crown or the police in general sort of thing will just press charges.
Yeah.
Right. But there, you have to have charges pressed against you by the victim. Yeah. So and there was a lot of call for Chris to do that.
Yeah.
For whatever reason he decided not to. That's his choice. It's neither here nor there to me. Like, he made that choice. And in a way, I kind of think, like, it's probably good that he didn't, because Will would have just spent the money getting himself out of it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Will would have been able to strum up victim support against him.
Yeah.
But this way, it's like, no, you don't get to do that. You just have to live with the fact that you did it.
Yeah.
And not be invited to be in movies anymore and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So
I can see Chris Rock being invited to being cast to do movies and in his voices and stuff, voice acting and stuff. I think Will Smith is done now.
Yeah, good.
Honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
He assaulted someone on live television. Like, yeah, that's not all that cool.
And then he ran off to India.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he wanted to go and find himself. But of course, he ran off there on a private jet.
He left it in India, did he? There's my personality.
So what are we going to rate that one at?
Oh, that's right. Out of 5?
Oh, let's go out of 10, mate.
Out of 10. Like, the sound of the slap. Oh, it was a good sound.
And even just the fact that there was a slap, that was like, what the... Very, like, no one was expecting it.
And also there's the after action as well. That's an image that's going to stay in my mind. I'm going to give that...
What's the after action?
Well, sorry, like, I mean, as it's gone through, you see his hand, like, down here, and, excuse me, Chris Rock's facing the other way, like, it's just...
Oh, right, yeah.
That image, that still photograph, like, that's quite retina burning. I'm going to... Compared to the other stuff that we've got...
No, compare it only to itself.
Okay.
Compare it only to itself.
7.5 stars.
7.5 stars out of 10.
Is that quite high?
Well, I don't know. That's your rating.
Yeah,
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
But we never actually decided what we're rating this.
Oh, yeah, true,
on.
yeah.
So,
like, is this the point of the year? No.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't think about that.
Through all the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight, 7.5.
7.5. And so are we going to base it on, like, memorable things from the year?
Probably.
Yeah, I think that's going to be easiest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I do remember that, and I'd say that most people do.
I also didn't choose to watch that. It just became local.
You had no choice.
Yeah.
You know what? I will see you're 7.5, and I'll raise you half. I'll go 8.
8, really?
Yeah, I'll go 8. In terms of based on that scale, on like, when did that happen?
Yep. Can
You know?
pass your pen or write it down?
Yeah,
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
All right, good to know that we're super
So-
fucking planned as always.
Smith
Rock.
Rock incident. Jada. Cuckold.
No, fuck Jada. I don't. The Jada side of it, I would only put down to like a 2.
Yeah, no. Like, I mean,
Because what's remembered is Will slapping Chris, right?
yeah.
Nothing to do with the a cappella or whatever the fuck she's apparently got.
Oh, she's
Alopecia.
alopecia, yeah. Acapella. That's awful.
Well, there's no more awful than...
Whatever she's got.
Well, does she? I don't know. Look, come and slap me, Will. I don't know what the fuck she's got.
We're not. Oh, we are educated, but we ignore education as we grew up. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. She's got alopecia, and
alpacas.
she sleeps around quite a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Quite a
So
bit, yeah.
so what we got 7.5 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like, we can break that even, but we'll figure out this at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. What?
So that was Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock.
I guess before we move on though, we didn't score Warney's death.
Warney's. I don't know how to do that because it was quite tragic. So it was tragic because Australia just sort of lost another icon. I don't know if we could.
I
score
wouldn't personally put Warney in the same icon as like say Steve Irwin.
No.
Right. I would put again. This is only about memorable. This is only about memorable.
Yeah.
I'll put him at 3.
Yeah, as a rating as
Yeah,
how
yeah.
memorable.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, probably me.
That's
myself.
for me. That's for me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Some people watching be like, "You fucking blasphemy cunt!" Unsubscribe. He was a 10. Okay, maybe for you, he was super important.
Yeah.
For me,
Like, say
3.
if I
And
was,
honestly, I'm
yeah.
being generous with that. I'm honestly being generous
Yeah.
with that. I could put 2, except I know that there's going to be lower than that.
yeah,
Based
say
on some of the shit
if
that I've
I
written
was
down.
big into cricket, which
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not, but if I was big into cricket, then it would be more than
Mm-hmm.
that, obviously. I'll probably be the same as well, honestly.
Yeah. So what have we got? Even. What do we go? 2,
Three each. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Okay.
Now I've got one that's later this year. That's the only one that I know to date.
That's all
What do
right.
you have?
Go. Unfortunately, most of mine are later this year as well, so we might just have to
Okay.
just jump around.
Yeah. Well, let's go. I know this one would have been quite early. The Alec Baldwin incident.
Yeah, that was earlier.
Fairly early,
Yeah. So tell us about the Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin shot someone. This is crazy to say.
Yeah, it is.
Like, hang on. Where's the article? Bring it up.
Bring up the article. I'm sure that everyone knows about it, but yeah, see what you can find.
Yeah, so Alec Baldwin, like, it was very much like, you would have to be an idiot to think that it's not mistaken, but it was very mistakenly he shot someone. So it was on October.
It was during filming for a movie or a TV show or something, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is actually 2021. It turns out.
Oh, fuck's sake. We're going to have to edit this bit out. Good research.
No,
Good research, Will.
Sorry.
Fucking moron.
No, whoops. But that was it was on the 21st of October, 2021. The case is still going, so it's still fine.
Okay. Oh, no, look, I'll let it slide because the case is still going.
Yeah.
Just keep this in mind for this time next year.
So it was for the...
Research.
I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so Rust shooting incident at the Bonanza Creek Ranch in Bonanza City, New Mexico, United States. Cinematographer Hal Hutchins was fatally shot, and director Joel Souza was injured on the set of the film Rust when a live round was discharged from a revolver used as a prop by actor Alec Baldwin.
See, the thing that I find interesting about this, and I'm a bit gutted that wasn't this year, but however, it is what it is. We're talking about it now. How does, on a movie set, and it'll have to be the Americans that know the answer to this, how do you end up with accidentally a live gun?
Yeah, like a real gun.
How does that happen? I don't understand that. Like, first of all, I don't know. When they use in the movies and stuff, do they use actual guns but with fake bullets, or do they use fake guns? If they use actual guns but with fake bullets, yes, there's a higher likelihood, but surely there is enough control that likelihood is removed.
Well, yeah.
Unless the real bullet, was intentionally put in there so that this intentionally happened.
Oh,
and
fuck.
then, well, it must have been though,
Man,
right?
Don't speak. FBI might be watching. And
I doubt they're watching, but they're probably listening.
Yeah. But like, I think it's absolutely ridiculous as well. Excuse me. Wow.
Fuck you, burp a lot.
We just had a nice curry.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't eat so much fucking curry. You're going to come on the show and fucking burp all the time.
But anyway, sorry. Alec Baldwin, he's being blamed.
Well,
he's an actor.
He pulled the trigger.
Yeah, but he's an actor. So they put the gun in his hands.
Yeah, but who put the bullet in the gun? That's what I'm getting at.
I don't think Alec would have.
Why do you think he wouldn't have? I don't know the guy.
Because they would have just given him all the stuff.
Yeah, but someone at some stage
must have put
included a live round in that.
Yeah.
He was the one pulling the trigger. Obviously, he has to be looked at. He has to
be. This has changed everything for me.
What were you thinking it was?
Because I thought that he would have just been just like, yep, here's your gun, here's the round.
And he could have.
Yeah.
He could have.
But there's also
the possibility that he decided, fuck that dude.
Yeah, I'll put a live round in.
I'll put a live round in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But someone did.
Yeah.
Someone put a live round in there.
Either way, that the poor lady died.
I thought it was a guy.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a lady.
It's not important. Well, it probably is to that person's family.
You're not important, man.
Jesus Christ, Will. Do your fucking research.
Helena.
Helena. Okay, it's a girl.
Yeah.
Female. Lady.
Yeah.
Was, not anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, Alec Baldwin shot someone. It's just crazy to say.
It is. It is crazy
but
to say.
It's America.
And
so.
It's America.
Yeah.
And the reason why often, for some people watching or listening, the reason why I often will clarify when we're talking about different things about what it means in Australia versus what it means in the US or whatever is that on my stats on YouTube, my highest viewers are actually in the US. So I like to try and clarify.
The fuck? Really? Wow.
Like 68%. Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
Yeah, and like 2% German with subtitles, which is fucking odd, but Guten Tag, Guten Tag.
Oh.
Auf Wiedersehen.
That'd be Das Jorgen.
Ja, would be Jorgen. Yes, no, fucking weird. And,
really unusual.
And look, if Alec Baldwin genuinely has nothing to do with it, and I hope that is the case, if he has nothing to do with it at all, then horrifying for him, right? Absolutely horrifying. Imagine accidentally shooting someone.
Yeah.
And them dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking messed up.
Yeah.
That is messed up.
Yeah.
But either way, to me, and I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of why does America have so many guns?
That's a deep rabbit hole.
It's a deep rabbit hole, and it's not part of 2022 a year in review.
It's not nice.
But it to people on not only this side of the planet, but in most countries around the planet, we don't understand how easily it can be for someone to get shot, and particularly in a manner like that.
Yeah.
We can't comprehend it. We don't understand it.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's part of our confusion around that. Anyway, what are we rating that as, my brother?
Me personally, I'll probably go 2.
2.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go higher than 2. Simple reasons that we put Warney at 3, and Alec Baldwin is far more known. So I'll put, if Warney was at 3, I'll put the Alec Baldwin incident, although it didn't happen this year anyway, as it turns out. But as you said, the case is still going on, so I'll let it slide. I'll put that at 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. If Warney was at 3, to me it's
See, like I much more remember Warney than Alec Baldwin.
fair
Personally.
enough.
Yeah. It's funny how we remember things.
It is.
You don't remember last night though when
I do.
You do.
All right, I've got a fun one. I've got a fun one for you.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. And this little segment that I like to call, Hey Will, are you paying attention? Oh, fuck. What kink in my neck.
What have you done?
Oh, I don't know. My neck just hurt for a second.
I didn't put a curse on you or anything.
Maybe. Jesus. Oh, might have to edit that out. Fuck, my neck just got real sore. Okay. In this little segment that I like to call, Hey Mortho, are you paying attention?
I don't
I'm going to tell you sort of
I don't like this already.
No, look, you won't know the answer, but that's fine. I'm going to tell you sort of like the part of it's a very obscure news article. I was just searching and what have you. I'm going to tell you part of it. It's going to have a question. You're going to have to guess what the answer is, right?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. A girl in Los Angeles, California, has received permission. This was on December the 9th of this year, because I do my fucking research.
No, I did it too earlier today.
A girl in Los Angeles, California, has received permission from animal control to own a what?
In this country. Sorry, go on again. So,
in this country? Fuck, where are you? A girl in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a different country.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
a girl in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
You know where that is, right?
it's,
Like 13 hours that way.
yeah.
A girl in Los
of
Angeles,
a
California has received permission from animal control to own a what?
Well, okay. So straight away, it's something exotic. Something not native to the Americas. Hippopotamus.
Not a hippopotamus, but I like where you're thinking. Do you want another guess?
Yes.
Go for it.
A macaw.
No, isn't that's
It's a bird.
That's the bird. No, it's not a macaw. I'll give you one more. I'll ask the question again. A girl in Los Angeles, California, has received permission from animal control to own a what?
A wombat.
No.
Fuck.
If any of you, am I on my camera? No, I'm not. There we go. If any of you know the answer to this, don't cheat. Put it in the comments. I'm going to say what it is now, but don't cheat. Okay, a girl in Los Angeles, California has received permission from animal control to own a unicorn.
What the fuck? What?
It's true.
Oh, yeah, okay. Shit.
From the 9th of December this year. It's only the 21st of December, so we're talking like
How did
10
you-
days ago, 12 days ago.
How did you find this out?
Because I Googled stupid fucking news articles. I swear to God. A girl in LA has received permission from animal control to own a unicorn.
What, so this is like...
Just so you know, unicorns aren't real. They're not. Nor is Santa.
What, so... I mean... So have that... So that's now documented.
Yep.
So in some channel, somehow, that must have gone through some sort of legal.
Yep, it went. It must have. She received permission from animal control or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I wrote down, animal control, but it probably had a longer name than that, like wildlife and animal blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, it's a government body that has granted her permission to own a unicorn. Just saying.
So, do you know anything about this woman? Does she actually believe unicorns?
What I've told you is
Yeah.
what I know. I mean, when I read that headline, I was like, I don't need to read more.
Yeah.
That's more than enough.
Yeah.
That's more than enough. How brilliant is that? Like in terms of stupid brilliant. That's just crazy.
I mean, that's just.
It's crazy.
That's fantastic news.
It's fantastic.
For her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, sister.
Yeah. You go get your uniform, your unicorn girl.
Unicorn. I mean,
so I don't know if we're going to rate that one or not, but if we are going to rate that one, I actually would rate it quite high because I feel like it's the type of thing that in years to come, I'll be sitting around having a drink with someone and I'll be like, guess what? Guess what? You could tell the person to guess for hours. They're not going to say unicorn.
no, yeah.
You know why? Because I don't fucking exist.
Like I will rate that though. I will rate it, like.
Should we rate that on stupid?
Well, yeah. Like I mean, out of
Or
just
crazy
fucking-
or hilarious or ridiculous?
out of fantastic.
Fantastic, ridiculous,
That's like
crazy.
Pretty much an 8.
It's I'd give it a 9.
9.
It's a unicorn.
I mean, yeah, I want a unicorn as well.
Well, apparently now you can get a fucking license.
No, I don't want a unicorn. Fuck a unicorn. This is a horse with a fucking horn.
Well,
What?
it's not a horse with a horn. Because unicorns don't exist.
Oh, I love it when you joke. You're so cute.
I mean, honestly, that one's just fucking crazy. That is crazy.
And wait, Los Angeles unicorn girl. Oh,
But it's like it's a different scoring for that one, I guess.
yeah, but
Hey, while we're on the topic of awesome drinks, let me
oh yeah.
let me introduce today's drink of choice for Chats with Whiskey.
If only we could zoom in.
This is I know that the camera not awesome, but anyway, this is the Morris Rutherglen. This is an Australian single malt whiskey.
I do like single malt.
You don't?
No, I do like.
Oh, so do I. I didn't do much looking into this, which I probably should have. But anyhow, maybe if Rutherglen Morris want to send us a couple more bottles, I'll do a bit more looking into it. But anyway, this is a fancy one that was actually given to me to celebrate the brand new studio. Which, by the way, we're in the brand new studio.
Yeah.
Will,
Yeah.
we're in the brand new studio. Yeah. So, and I did say at the time of being given it that I would save this one special for when I had Mortho back on. And of course, Mortho is back on with me right now.
I am here.
And also perfect timing because at the time of saying that, I didn't realize that we would also be doing the last episode of the year and of the season. So this is a great opportunity. So let's crack this bad boy open.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So
not
where did
break
this
the cork.
bottle come from?
Well, I don't know, man. You've got the box in your hand.
No, I mean, who gave it to you?
Oh, my lovely fiance.
Ah, bless her soul.
There we go.
It does look like a
Fuck, smells
really
alright.
posh one. Like the box is even like embossed and stuff.
Yeah. You got a clean glass there?
That one, sir, please.
All right. Get this in your guts.
With a deep respect for tradition combined with an unbridled passion. That
Unbridled.
that one keeps us curious. Oh. It has.
Unbridled.
It is our vision for
shut
Morris of Rutherglen.
Rutherglen.
Thank you. To lead the creation of a distinct new style of Australian whiskey to share with the world. I honestly don't think I've ever had an Australian whiskey.
I'm not sure. Oh, no, yes, I have. There's a really good Tasmanian one.
Mm.
Oh, it's a short word. I can't think of the name of it.
Is it?
Fuck, it's good. I can't think of the name of it. I'm not going to sit here and try and think of it. But I have had that. Super expensive. Australian whiskies, they're good, but because of various prices in Australia, including wages, etc., in my opinion, Australian whiskies are overpriced. Doesn't mean they're not good, but they're overpriced.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's cheers to.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Let's cheers to the new year, to this current year that we're reviewing terribly.
Yep.
And to the new Chats with Whiskey studio, which you painted and stuff. So we'll talk about that a bit later.
Yeah, yeah. But
cheers, brother.
Yeah, cheers,
man.
mate. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Ooh. It's kind of got a sharp.
It's bitey at first.
Yeah.
It's really bitey at first, and then I'm getting a honey.
Yeah.
But it bites like a motherfucker at first.
I'm getting some sort of like, some sort of sweetness there.
That's what I mean by the honey.
Mm.
Fuck, I don't much like it when it first hits my tongue, but I really like it on the swallow. You know what I mean?
It's definitely sweet.
I need a beer with this. I can't chase this with a fucking apple cider.
No, I'll drink it how it is. But
no, I mean to chase it.
Okay. Well, everyone's probably well aware of this one, but it was the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Yep.
Now, this is focusing a lot more on celebrities again.
That's fine.
But it was hilarious and fun to watch. It was juicy to watch. It was juicy. Like, yeah, the amount of rubbish that came out of that trial, like, and also the confidence of the lawyers as well shone like anything. Like, there was Amber Heard's lawyers, so just sort of had no plan of attack, where Johnny's were just like, they get the facts out of the way and then sort of switched it round back on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon that one of the reasons that Amber's lawyers had no actual attack is that they thought that because this was a DV type of case, and she's the female, it's in the bag.
Yeah.
It can only ever be the guy that's in the wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you're fucking wrong about that.
Well, I mean, have fun trying to defend someone that just goes on a shitting rampage. I mean, that's what they called it, isn't it? A shitting rampage. Where she just...
Shitathon?
Yeah, she just... I don't know, fucking... just cleared her guts and was just like...
I mean, it's fucking. I mean, it's absurd, and it's Hollywood on like, it's Hollywood on steroids. You know, Alec Baldwin who's just shooting people on set, and then Amber Heard who's just like, I'm just gonna shit in your bed.
Yeah.
You know, oh my
and
god.
her dog steps on a bee or something, and that became a big issue in the whole fucking thing. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't get that bit.
Well, her dog stepped on a bee.
Right.
That's it.
Well,
I don't know why that's a big thing. Her dog stepped on a bee, but that was like, for some reason, that was such a vocal point in the thing.
Really?
Well, it also became pretty famous in like meme culture and shit like that.
See, I missed a lot of those. I got to be honest. I missed a lot of those. I don't know.
Like I tuned out. Like sorry. I never tuned in until my friend Sarah was just like, oh, have you been following this? I was like, oh no, I haven't, but give us a look. And then she was just like, oh yeah, this is fucking just juicy and ridiculous, and like it was just over. It was like, as you said, it was Hollywood. It was just ridiculous nonsense.
I think I didn't realize the extent of the craziness that was happening, and I was always like 2 steps behind.
Oh yeah.
Right, because I never followed it. I've got no interest.
Yeah.
And I actually don't care what the court case is. I'll never watch a court case out of enjoyment, because to me that is the least thing that should be seen as enjoyable.
Yeah.
Or entertainment. And I think it's disgusting that there's even cameras inside courtrooms. But anyhow,
This is America.
the fuck, it happens everywhere.
No.
But yes, you're right. In this instance, it is America. But anyhow, I was always 1 or 2 or 3 steps behind, right?
Yep.
So I would hear about, I might see a meme that had something to do with it, but the meme would be cryptic if you didn't know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, and then it wouldn't be until I spoke with someone, like a friend, like our friend Steve, who followed it.
Yep.
Wouldn't be until I spoke with him who he'd be able to like bring me up to speed on it.
Yeah.
But by the time he brought me up to speed on that, I was, like I say, 2 or 3 steps behind on where it was actually at.
Yeah.
Which I was fine with, because the bit that I found hilarious, I heard about, and that's she's shitting his bed.
Yeah.
Like,
I just remembered why her dog stepping on a bee was significant. It's because when she said that, she did do a really bad fake cry.
Oh, right.
And that same fake cry was being used all through when she was doing her defense. Like it was
Like, just bad acting.
really bad acting. And so she was also in the Aquaman movie. And so apparently Mr. Depp got her that role. And so he used that in, trying to make jest of her, kept going like, Aquaman. Some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, so, yeah. So her acting is awful. And the only reason that she sort of became somewhat a successful actor is because, well, she was fucking married to Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I ever heard the word Amber Heard before that.
Yeah. No, me neither.
So
Yeah.
to me, I was like, Johnny Depp. Oh, okay. Yeah. Pirates
Yep.
of the Caribbean, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Edward Scissorhands,
Yep.
whatever, right? Everyone knows Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Brasco.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then...
Donnie Brasco, sorry.
So it was Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and I'm like, well,
Who the fuck's Amber Heard?
who's Amber Heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I
didn't.
didn't know what it was that the issue was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was that they had beef about.
No, neither did
know.
I. Yeah.
So anyway, there's that one.
So look, there was just a mental bitch that fucking decided to shit in some man's bed, and they got divorced.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you rate that one?
Well, first of all, I think that my understanding is that as far as anyone can win something like that,
Yeah.
Depp won,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Well, you want his credibility.
power to your Depp.
Yeah. And he's going to work again for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so where do I rate it? Look, 4.
I'm probably the same. Like, it was hot at the moment.
Yeah.
But that was yesterday's news now.
Yeah.
How quickly shit like this travels.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I could even go lower than 4, to be honest.
Yeah. The
I
4's
really
probably being...
But I think 4 is being generous, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Could go 3.
I'm going to go 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, could go 3. What do you guys think? 3, 4?
That's not a
2?
person.
Is it a 10?
Just... What do you collectively rate it? And
No,
no,
but they'll put it in the comments. So what do I rate it as? Like I say, a 4, but it's a generous 4.
I'm going to give it a 3, yeah. And you're going to give it a generous 4?
3.5.
3.5,
3.5. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not giving it a 4. 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elon Musk
Yep.
purchases Twitter for $44 billion. Billion with a B.
So first question I have,
Jesus.
why?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but anyway.
Is it just because he could?
Look, I'm sure that someone as smart as him as a businessman, whether you like him or not, he's obviously a smart businessman.
Oh,
I'm sure it's no one's spending 44 billion just cause, right? There'd be a reason. But has that reason backfired on him? Because he bought Twitter and his popularity dropped significantly. Tesla shares dropped significantly.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like people didn't like that he bought Twitter, and then obviously not just that he bought it, but his way of managing it. Like he went in and fired shit tons of people, like hundreds of people, and he instantly reinstated Trump's Twitter account. But see, I fucking hate Trump. Anyone who knows me, even just for a minute, knows that I hate Trump. But I like that. No, I don't like. I understand Elon reinstating Trump's Twitter account because one of the platforms that Elon had around this was he wanted to encourage freedom of speech. Well, blocking someone, even if you don't like what they're saying, is blocking their freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So I know that there's a lot of people who fucking losing their shit over that. And okay, that's fine. But I'm not fully versed on this at all, right? Again, this is not an actual news channel.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
No, this is an accurate.
This is the only news channel you'll ever need.
This has got nothing to do with two fucking knobs getting
drunk and shit. Mind you, it's probably more accurate than any Fox News station, but that's on the by.
Well, no, it's not. We're just reading shit that we've Googled.
Yeah. But look, so his reasoning behind it, I have no idea. I don't need to know. It was his money, but it was a very significant thing that happened. Yeah. And by all accounts, it looks like it's backfired on him. It looks like, on the outside looking in, it looks like it's backfired on him. But I also wouldn't be surprised if he has a couple of cards up his sleeve that are going to actually make it work really well for him. Yeah, that we don't know about. That wouldn't surprise me.
Like he might certainly have something, but I'm still a bit surprised. Like, why did you buy that and not Hugo Boss, where you could literally have an aftershave called Elon Musk?
I'm done. Shit, I got to put up with when he's on the show. Fuck.
But do you get it? I love it.
All right. Well, it looks like that's about the extent of that particular conversation. So Elon Musk purchasing Twitter for $44 billion.
He did. Now, the significance of that to me means fuck all, personally. Like, that's probably like a...
But significance or not?
Memorable?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of basing the scoring on, is how memorable is that? How memorable will that be?
That's just a 1 to me, straight up.
A 1?
That's nothing to me. Yeah. Like, that's just some guy rich enough to buy a social media platform. It's bollocks. It's...
But are you basing this on what it means to you?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, we're not scoring this the same then.
No, what have you been scoring it on?
I'm basing it on what I think is memorable.
Oh, like in general.
Memorable.
Yeah. So, like, I'm not going to remember this, but that's me personally. You mean as a
just what I think is memorable?
What's going to be remembered next year?
You know that remembered and memorable are the same fucking thing? Jesus, fuck!
But, like, so... Like, is this going to be remembered by people 2 years from now?
Yeah, I get, like, whatever time frame you want to put on it. Is it going to be remembered as something significant of 2022?
Is it? Do you think so?
That's my question.
Well, to me...
That's what I'm basing it on. That's what I'm basing the scoring system on.
To me, I can't remember 5 minutes ago.
I know you can't.
So, like, where am I?
Who are you?
But, like... Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so you're scoring it a 1?
Yeah, what would you score it?
Well, again, I think that we're viewing that scoring system differently, which is fine. I would view it as probably a 7.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
I think that it will be remembered as something significant that happened within 2022.
Yep.
From my understanding, it's the largest purchase of a company ever.
Oh.
Dollar value.
Yeah, right.
I think. If it's not the largest, it's definitely one of the largest.
Yep.
There might have been oil company transfers that were larger. I don't know. But certainly, if not the largest, definitely one of the largest. And I think that it's not that Twitter means anything to me. I don't use Twitter. I never have, and I probably never will.
Yeah.
I don't own a Tesla or shares in SpaceX or anything like that. So I'm not looking at this from me personally. What I'm saying is that I think that in terms of a significant or memorable event within 2022, I would put it as pretty high. Maybe not 7, maybe 6. Give me 6.
Yeah. All right. So, Elon Musk buys Hugo Boss. 6. Okay. All right. Well, cross that one off the list.
There we go.
Do you have any? Should I go next?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this one, fairly recent, I suppose. It was on the 15th of October. I call him a kid, but a young gentleman in Western Australia. I forgot exactly where. I will bring up the article on my phone. Recently, he was lining up to get into a pub. The bouncer didn't like what he was wearing. And then, this is according to the younger gentleman's point of view. The bouncer threw his wallet and ID across the road, as in, like, get the fuck out of here. So the kid punched him in the head.
Punched the bouncer in the head?
Yep.
Good job.
And then that kid is now banned from every pub or club in Western Australia for a year.
In the whole of WA?
Yep.
For punching a bouncer?
Yep.
Bouncers punch people all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So, I'm not too sure on the details there whatsoever. I've got the article. I can bring it up. I will.
Of course you will. That's crazy. That's crazy that, to get banned from a club, or if not a club, from all bars, pubs, whatever, and the largest state in the country for an entire year for throwing one shot at a bouncer when, by the sounds of it, the bouncer threw his shit across the road.
In saying that, though, we have no idea what this guy said to the bouncer.
No, we don't. What my response at the moment is based on exactly what you've told me so far.
Yeah. So a self-proclaimed bogan says he's. This article is written terribly. A self-proclaimed bogan says has gone viral online after being banned from every alcohol selling establishment in Western Australia. Kyle Ferguson is his name. 20 years old. Took to TikTok. After receiving a barring notice from police following on an incident at a nightclub last month. So it goes on to describing his TikTok bunch of nonsense. But this kid, what he was wearing is obviously from the country and stuff. So he had a big Kuba on, nice shirt tucked into his jeans and stuff like that. Like, he's obviously from the country and stuff.
So, like cowboy?
Yeah.
What do they call them? I mean, obviously that some of them are called cowboys, but there's the ones that work directly, like, on stations and ranches and stuff.
Yeah.
What are they called? Jackaroo? No.
I don't know.
Yeah. Is it a jackaroo?
Jackaroo?
Is that right?
Not too sure.
I feel like it might be. Anyway, Karen.
Anyway, he goes on to say, I think it's a disgrace to the Australian culture, especially as me being a country boy and a bogan and a lover.
No, did he call himself a bogan?
And a lover of Bundaberg rum.
First of all, you're in WA. Why are you drinking Queensland rum?
yeah.
But don't call
rum.
yourself a lover of what's known as Queensland fighting juice.
Yeah.
And call yourself a bogan.
Yep. So he's been charged with failing to leave premises and fighting in public. I mean...
But does the punishment fit the crime?
Yeah,
to be banned from every bar or pub or whatever in Australia's largest state for 12 months seems pretty excessive.
Yeah, like...
Or was this not the first time?
Yeah, like, I would have thought... that's a good point. But from what we know, I would have thought, like, you know, slap him with a nasty fine because he assaulted someone.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that bar and any bars that company owns could say you can't come back.
Yeah, but every bar...
But for it to be every bar, surely that would have to be actually a judge ruling.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so on his TikTok, he has, it's a video of him showing the notice, excuse me, saying that he can't go into any
bars,
any pub or club in Western Australia.
Wow. Yeah. So I wonder, what's the loophole around that? You go to a restaurant and just get on the piss there.
Casino.
Go to the casino, yeah. Didn't WA ban casinos or? No. I can't remember, man. I think maybe they either banned casinos or they just banned gambling in pubs.
Oh, I did hear something about that. I'm not too certain.
I don't know. WA's a million miles away.
Yeah.
Bali's closer to us than WA, which is crazy.
WA is another country.
It is. Agreed. Anyway, good luck with your troublemaker. That's a bit fucked up. I think the only thing about that's fucked up is the punishment.
Yeah.
You know, him fucking throwing a fist at a bouncer. Fuck, man.
Like, I don't condone violence.
You
shouldn't be regardless, you shouldn't be punching anyone.
Yeah, sure, but I don't. Based on what you've said, and only based on that, to me it sounds like the punishment doesn't fit the crime. So that's where I wonder either the punishment is too harsh or we don't know the full story.
Well, we don't. So he could have said something incredibly horrible.
No, I don't think saying something is enough.
No,
what I'm getting at is that this might be the third time he's done it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right, I don't think him turning around and calling the bouncer a naughty name first.
Yeah.
That doesn't add up to being enough.
He could have a bit of a.
He could have a repetition, and it could have been like, you do this one more time, and this is what's going to happen. So maybe it was that. If this was the very first time that this had happened, and that's his punishment, I think it's too harsh.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. No, you're right. I mean, he's only 20 as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, but.
Did the bouncer only throw the wallet, or because also like what I'm saying right now is all based on like maybe he had done more, maybe he had done this before, maybe blah blah.
Yeah.
But maybe the bouncer was an absolute cunt.
Yeah.
Maybe the bouncer just pushed him,
which is incredibly rare.
Yeah, I mean that never happens, right? Bouncers are always fucking level-headed.
They're always just lovely, friendly people trying to keep the peace and everything.
Exactly. So personally, I think that. It seems like we're not getting the whole story here.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, I did see the interview with the young gentleman. He does seem a bit rough around the edges and very much a country fella.
Yeah.
And maybe not used to modern society. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's always lived out on a station or something in WA.
Yeah.
There's fuck all people in WA at the best of times.
Yeah.
But either way, that doesn't mean that you can go around doing that. But again, I don't think that I feel like either he's done it or done something similar, been warned, right?
Yeah.
For something.
Yeah.
Or the bouncer pushed him to the point. Man, I see, even if the bouncer had pushed him to that point, even then, the punishment that he received
being
doesn't
banned from every
pub, club, whatever, in the entire state for 12 months.
And it's a big state.
It's the largest.
Huge.
It's like, what was it, like 4 times the size of Texas? It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
More than that. It's more than that. It's like, I don't know.
And at the age of 20 years old as well.
Yeah. I mean,
in his young life.
yeah, but it just, to me, I feel like there must be something else.
Yeah.
There must be something else.
Yeah.
Or the judge that handed this down was just a tough dickhead, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who just went a bit fucking heavy-handed on it.
Yeah.
For something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't, by the sounds of it, he didn't put the bouncer in hospital.
No, it was... No. There was nothing further said. So if he did put the bouncer in hospital, then it might have been a completely different... The media would have dressed it up as something a little bit more fucking...
Oh, I think the media would have jumped all over that.
Yeah.
If that
Instead of just like... But to me, like the thing that the media jumping on this now, bouncers are getting punched in the head right now as we speak. And they're also punching other people in the head.
Right, I've seen bouncers get hit and bouncers hit many people in many cities.
I've seen bouncers pick someone up and...
Oh, they fucking destroy you if they want to.
Yeah.
This is why I'm like, see, just if all he did was one swing at a bouncer, even if it connected and even if it broke his nose or something, it's like, that's not enough for that, right? So,
there's a lot of fucking moral questions in this one, actually, isn't there? Like...
But then again, maybe, see, I don't know anything about what's happening in WA. So maybe in WA they've had massive issues with bouncers getting beaten up.
Yeah.
And so now they're starting to take a really strong stance on it.
Yeah.
Maybe. So therefore maybe it was his first time, but they had to make an example out of him.
Yeah. I
have no idea. idea.
Yeah, it's not open and shut case. It's
not
open.
It's open.
But
well, for us, I think particularly because that particular article, it leaves more questions than answers.
Yeah, yeah. To me, that's something that's more memorable than me personally, and because I'm a little bit fucking doughy, that's more memorable than Elon Musk buying Twitter. To me personally, yeah. Just because that's happened here, and it's. Like, I saw that, and I saw the interview and shit, and I was like, oh, get fucked. You know, like, that's a little bit more engaging than, like, I bought Twitter. You know? Yeah. So I'd probably give that probably a 5. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. For me, it's definitely a 1 at most.
Yeah, yeah. See, I mean, that sort of evens out the playing field, though.
It does.
Because on the Musk thing, you put a 6, I put a 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for me, I mean, first of all, I don't even know this person's name. It's got no reason to be memorable.
I know I said it. It was like Kyle or some shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it made me think of that Kyle Rittenhouse, whatever.
Yeah, man.
That fucking dopey, stupid little white supremacist cunt in the US. So, on the 8th of September, the year of our Queen, 2022.
Oh, no. Who knew that was going to happen?
Yeah, I know. So, yes. Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, passed away after serving the second longest... Yeah, bless her. Second longest reigning monarch in history. Served for like 5 decades?
Yeah.
No, more.
Yeah, more than that.
So, I think it was like 7. I think she served for like 70 years. She became queen really early, like really young.
Yeah, very young.
And died really old.
There's footage of her.
I think
like, being.
No, she did. She did. It was more than 70 years. I think it was something like 74 years or something, because she became queen obviously before Charles was born.
Yeah.
And Charles is in his 70s now.
Yeah.
And she only died, what was it, in September, so a few months ago.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting for Charles to even be, sworn in or whatever you call it.
Yeah, he's trying to get his fat fingers through the door.
Well, I mean, he's going to become king, but it's just we're waiting on Charles to actually be anointed or
what do they call
sworn
it?
in.
No, there's a
Coronation.
Coronation.
The coronation is the event itself.
Oh yeah, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yes, that was a very significant thing, and
yeah, very significant. I mean,
for us to, particularly within the Commonwealth and Australia and New Zealand and England and Canada and Jamaica and over 2.5 billion people in the world, 2.5 billion that are part of the Commonwealth, that our Queen died, and whether she's day-to-day significant or not, kind of irrelevant. And now we're going to have a king. Yep. We won't have that king for very long. And unless we die young, we will actually see another one as well, which of course will be William. And I suspect that will happen within 10, maximum 15 years.
Yeah. I mean, how old is Charles? 70?
70-something, 74 or something.
Yeah.
So 10 years, 84.
Yeah.
15 years, 90. You know what I mean? And in all honesty, and my opinion, my honest opinion on it, I think that Charles should just step aside from the get-go and let William start reigning while he's young.
He's young, yeah.
Well, he's same age as me. William, both 40. But that's a lot younger than 70-something.
No, I mean,
Charles is just a fucking muppet.
I don't know. I mean, I trust the royal family as far as I could spit. It's not a great amount of trust there. I don't to me they're just.
Well, they've only ever got their best interests at heart.
Yeah. But I really don't know much about the royal family or anything like that. But the significance of the Queen dying to me was there was so many times where there was oh, God save the Queen and fuck the Queen and all that sort of shit, and left you wondering well, who is the Queen? And if you weren't sort of in tune with your politics and stuff like that, then you would know. But yeah, to me, the biggest thing that really stuck out to me was there was a scene in Human Traffic, the movie.
Oh yeah,
where they
great
sing,
movie.
Yeah, fantastic movie, but they sing this lovely little song. And at the end of it, they go, "Who the fuck's the Queen anyway?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh yeah." And now the Queen's dead. I'm just like, "Oh fuck, who was the fucking Queen?"
Yeah.
It's sort of like, "Oh fuck, that the thing that we always poked fun at, all of that. The original meme, I suppose.
Yeah.
The thing we poked fun at, the thing that we wrote songs about, God Save the Queen and all that. That whole thing, that thing is now dead.
Yeah.
Now it's a king.
Yeah, exactly. And he won't be the king for long enough for that, I don't think, for that to take the same effect, right? Because he's 74. So even if he was king for, even if he lived lived long until he was 95 or 100, it's still only going to be 25 years.
Yeah.
There's not a long time to reign,
not,
And unfortunately, it'll mean by that stage, his son, William, who will be the next to be king, will also be in his mid to late 60s.
Yeah.
So almost getting close to the same age.
Yeah.
And this is why, personally, I just think, well, Charles, your mother, the Queen, never wanted you to rule, which is why she never stood down. She knew that you're incapable and incompetent of doing it.
Yeah.
Just step aside. You're already past what would be deemed retirement age for any other job. So just step aside and allow your son to rule for while not only while he's young and fresh-minded and stuff like that, but also to have a long ruling.
Yeah.
But Charles won't do that because all of them, they don't operate like a family.
No,
they don't operate like a family.
It's not
like
a
we do.
family.
It's not a family. It's
No.
not actually a family. It's an institution. It's a company.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just born into a role in a company. It's so fucking weird.
Like that's what it is. Like it's like it's so weird, like learning about the royal family and stuff like that. The way that we call it a family. It's not. It's some sort of airship to the throne. There's no family there. They don't give a fuck about family.
They don't even. Whiskey. They don't even like freely talk to each other like we would talk to our siblings or our parents or anything.
Yeah.
It is literally meetings that are organised between their various officers.
Yeah.
Right. And when I say officers, I don't mean like a officer in an army, right? Not that type of I mean like they have an office that has staff. And there are members of staff that are at different ranking positions, including principals. And those principals organise and decide when you will meet with different people, and that includes meeting with members of your own family.
Yeah.
So if they say, right, so let's say that you and I were in the royal family, okay? And we wanted to get together and just fucking hang out.
Yeah.
Even if there was no beef going on, there was no issue, we can't do that unless your principal and my principal agree to it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked.
That's not a family.
No, there's nothing family about it.
There is no family here.
It is a company. It's an organization.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And yet fucking half the hemisphere fucking worship it.
I don't know. I'm not sure that they worship it. I think in the past, definitely, there's been a lot of worship, but I think these days it's more like, say, to do with the Queen, for example, right? Like, I couldn't give a fuck about monarchy at all.
Yeah.
I'm from the Commonwealth. I've always been and always will be from the Commonwealth, but I don't care about the Queen. She's never meant anything to me, nor the rest of the royal family. Yeah. But I've always known about them. My grandma was a massive royalist, but a lot of that era were because she was she was actually slightly older than the Queen. So, when the Queen got sworn in when she was around 25 or something like that, my grandma was, 27 or 28 or something. So very similar age. And at that stage, there weren't rock stars and DJs.
Yeah,
and
of course.
And fucking sexy Hollywood actors and stuff. So that was a celebrity. That was the person that you looked up to. Yeah. So as a result, growing up with my grandma being really into the royals and stuff, I learned a lot about them. Still could learn a lot more, but I learned a lot about them. But it doesn't mean that I therefore ended up being at all interested in them.
You don't inherently just...
No. Yeah. But I remember when Princess Diana died, for example, I was working for a guy at the time who I was training to be a mechanic. He was obviously a mechanic, and he was from England. This was in New Zealand. And he was super upset when Princess Di died. And so closed down the workshop for the rest of the day. I can't remember. We found out, lunchtime or whatever it was. Closed down the workshop for the rest of the day. And to me, I was like, fucking sick. Yeah. Day off type of thing. Yeah. But I remember that to some people, those sort of events were really significant and quite impactful. Yeah. But I don't think, and because of our tie to the monarchy, it has to be seen as significant in the eyes of the press and in the eyes of government. But I think for most people, it's a non-event.
With the Queen passing, a lot of people would be, you've got to accept it. She died of old age. Yeah. But, what a healthy, lovely life that she must have had. But, yeah, for a lot of people, that could have been, quite eventful. To me, not really, like it was going to happen anyway.
Mm. Mm.
I think that whole event that transpired, I'd probably be giving it a healthy 9 because it's going to be memorable for a long time.
Yeah.
This is a queen that lived into her 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Second longest reigning monarch in history.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it any lower than a 9. Based on everything that we've been talking about today, I'd put it as a 10.
Yep.
Based on what we've been talking about. And actually, in terms of events for this year so far, and, you know, there's still a few days to go, and it's a fucking crazy group of 8 billion people out there.
I'd probably put it at a 10 as well.
Yeah, I think
It'd
I'd
be
put it
silly
as a
not
10.
to. Yeah.
I don't see it as being something that, again, it's not that everybody cares or that everybody's going to remember or whatever.
Yeah.
But the point is that if anyone was to ever say, when did Queen Elizabeth die, people, unless you don't know, then you're going to know that it was 2022, right? Whereas if someone says to me, when did Shane Warne die? Or when did the girl get from LA get permission to have a unicorn?
Yeah.
Or, you know, when did Elon purchase Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Things like that. I might remember that it happened, but I won't remember when.
Yeah, the significance.
Yeah, the significance way lower.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to put Queen Elizabeth, for myself, I'd have to put Queen Elizabeth dying in terms of significant things this year. I'd have to put it at 10.
Yeah, I reckon me too as well. And I do not follow the royal family.
No.
It was significant. It was big news.
Globally significant.
Yeah.
Globally.
Yeah.
It was by far the largest funeral that we will ever see in our lifetime.
Yeah.
There will be no one, mark my words, there will be no one who dies whose funeral will be as big as that in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Because there's no one as big globally alive now as what she was.
Yeah. No, it was the fucking queen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, cheers, Lizzie.
Cheers. Good on you, old girl.
Rest your soul.
Thanks for the Falkland War.
Well, what you got up next, man?
Well, I just gave you that one.
Good.
So you got one or what?
Yeah, I got a few. Should I do something more recent or something a little bit way back?
Whatever you want, brother.
Well, let's go. Shakira going to prison. Well, looking at
Shakira.
Yeah, Shakira. Yeah. Turns out her hips do lie. She's being done for what? Tax evasion? Yeah. Yeah, no, tax evasion.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So was it just not paying your taxes?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and this is by the Spanish government, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Is she Spanish? You didn't do your fucking research, did you?
Shakira's not
didn't do
real.
your research.
No, of course I didn't do my research, but I'm pretty sure it's the Spanish government that's doing this. But yeah, no, she's looking at like something like 4 years in prison.
Don't worry about it. 4 years is fine. Don't pull up your thing.
All right.
4 years is fine. You don't even know what country she's from.
No, it was
4 years
Spain.
is fine.
It was Spain. But yeah. So, Shakira fucking. You know how the song goes?
Just like that.
Yeah. But she's looking at time. Because hips do lie. Fuck you, Shakira.
Well, I guess that's, it's news of this year.
Yeah, but that's definitely a 0.5.
That's a 0.5.
Yeah.
That's a 0.5. Shakira, good luck in there.
I'm just gonna put down Shaq.
Shaq attack. Shakira, orange is the new black love. All right, I got another like sort of silly one, how before with the unicorn.
Yep.
Okay, another one of those for you. The answer this time is not unicorn. In fact, this one is
Are you quizzing me again?
Slightly easier to get. Okay. A 51-year-old man in the United States. Excuse me. A 51-year-old man in the United States bit what? Sorry. Let me start that again. Sorry.
Bit.
Yeah. I'll just start it again. A 51-year-old man playing golf in the United States bit what off his fellow contestant? Clock's going. People on the comments.
Snake.
Don't cheat. What?
He bit a snake off him. Didn't he?
A 51-year-old man in the US bit what off his golfer in the US bit what off his fellow contestant?
Yeah, so a snake bit him, and then he was like, "Oh, you got a snake on you." Instead of using his hands, just
So you're going for snake?
yeah.
All right. Survey says no. Bam, bam. A 51-year-old man playing golf in the US bit the nose off his fellow contestant.
Oh my gosh!
He fucking bit his nose off.
He went a bit Mike Tyson with that.
Well, sort of.
Like,
Bit his nose off.
What
God
the fuck?
damn it.
No, I was thinking like,
Maybe he was looking for a unicorn for that other girl in the
he's got a pesky
US.
bug on him, like, sucking out a snake bite and stuff like that. Maybe he just bit
Just
the
being
fucking
kind.
snake off. Yeah, yeah.
Bit his nose off.
Oh man,
Over arguments around
this is how my brain works. It wasn't a violent act. It was like a friendly, like, let me get that for you, mate. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch this back and think I'm a fucking massive retard.
Do you have to watch it back to know that?
Shut up, cunt. Fucking bit his nose off.
Bit his nose off.
What?
Over the like argument over the game of golf.
Dude, punch him.
Golf's
Don't bite
not
him.
even from that country. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's a Scottish game and a weird one at that.
Bit him.
It bit his nose off. Didn't bite him, bit his nose off.
Okay, so how much nose did he bite off?
I don't know.
Like,
Bro,
you
I
can't just
wasn't there.
bite that off.
Well, the thingy,
Article.
newspaper article thing said what I just said.
It said bite nose.
Bit his
off.
nose off. That's what it said.
So that's quite a good chunk, I'd imagine.
I would think it would have to be a significant amount.
How sharp is this guy's teeth?
I mean, if you sunk in, right? If you
Yeah.
fucking sunk in
Yeah.
and just but how psycho do you have to be? Don't worry
Yeah.
about how sharp his teeth have to
I mean,
be.
now
How
just-
psycho do you have to be?
Now I fancy biting someone's nose off.
Well, you can stay over there.
But no, that's quite barbaric. It's golf. It's a pretty mundane game.
It's a nose.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, geez, it must have been some heated, fucking
Well, again, I
trash talk.
I think much like the dude in WA, we're not getting the full story here.
No, yeah.
All right? We're
Maybe
not
he-
getting the full story here.
Maybe he deserved to have his nose bitten off.
Well, maybe before that he had fucked the other guy's wife,
Oh yeah.
right? And
Maybe,
but then this incident just happened to go down at a golf game or match or whatever the fuck you call it,
yeah,
a golf race.
yeah.
I don't understand the sport,
But
but
if there is a golf race, then count me as racist. But no, that's
but again, either we're not hearing the full story
yeah,
or
yeah,
the
yeah.
person was fucking psycho.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd have to be a little bit psycho to be like, I'm gonna kick your ass. I can't do that. I'm gonna eat part of your face.
yeah,
You got to be kind of psycho to do that from the get go.
yeah.
But was it purely that they were playing golf? One of them won, the other one was like, well, you don't need that fucking thing anymore.
So
and just bit it off.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I reckon that there's more to the story.
It could have been accidental.
I tell you what, man, if I was just went in for a sneaky kiss.
So, yeah, like, I mean, they were on the green. One of them lost his footing. It was like, what do I do? And it was like,
Tried to hold on. With
Yeah. And he was already holding a club and he didn't know what else to do. It just was like, fucking die. You know, it happens.
It does happen. I think that he's lucky being in the US that he didn't get shot.
Yeah, correct. He's out of control.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
That's a 0.5.
I don't know. I mean, it's it's a Shakira level. It's even less than a Shakira. I'll just give it the same as Shakira.
Yeah.
0.5.
It's
0.5.
Shakira level.
Yeah. You know what is going to be 0.5 though? Is 0.5 inches of pee all over this floor if I don't go to the toilet. So we're going to have a quick break. Huzzah!
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Yeah, huzzah.
How's that? Throw back to the Shane Warne thing there. Bow, bow, bow.
Should I be sculling this?
Only if you want to, eh?
It feels right.
Scull it then. Welcome back. We just had a little break. But of course, in edit, you won't be able to tell that other than the fact that I just told you that. Right, where are we up to, Big Will?
So next on my list is Jeremy Clarkson's latest comments.
Is that fucking annoying British guy from that television show with the cars?
Correct.
Fuck me. Go on, tell me about him. Jesus Christ. Just his accent does my nuts.
Oh my God! You drive a McLaren.
To me, it's just even worse than that. I can't do it. I've tried to do it before.
In the world.
I've tried to do it before, but I can't do it. But I can hear it.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes it even more annoying to me.
Talking about it's the best microphone.
Yes.
In the world.
Yes, it's that. It's that. It's that annoying shit where he's like, I'm having a Jägermeister and Red Bull. Oh, for fuck's sake, you British cunt.
Well, that's him, yes. Anyway.
Right, now that we know who you're talking about.
This article kind of annoys me just because of how ridiculous it is. But this is a thing as well, because Jeremy Clarkson's just fucking a little bit wild. He went ahead and published.
He's a little bit
this
wild
of the world, but he anyway, this article or whatever, this thing that he said, this thing that he typed, went to a magazine. Excuse me.
Fuck me, man. The whole break, you didn't do that.
Well, pardon
The
me.
second you get in front of a microphone, pardon me.
Okay, well, excusey. But anyway, Jeremy Clarkson, in this...
Don't. Just fucking burp. Just burp and be done with it.
Okay, it's done.
It's way more obvious when you go, pardon me.
Excuse me.
No, don't. Just burp.
Okay, right.
Or don't burp.
Fucking hell. Let me get through this, Matt.
I'm hoping that you do.
Okay, well...
Without shitting your pants or whatever's happening next.
Well, watch me go. Oh, shut myself.
I just did an Amber Heard.
Yeah, an Amber Heard.
Did you shit the bed? It's called an Amber Heard.
Oh, poor girl just has a shitting problem.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1, we're back in the room.
Okay. Jeremy Clarkson. He it went to some sort of magazine, this sort of thing that he said, saying something along the lines of he wants to see Meghan Markle paraded naked through every town in Britain and the public throw feces at her.
What the flying fuck? Or the flying shit? Why did he say that?
So it's as far as what I can gauge is basically he doesn't give a fuck about this Meghan Markle person, but a member of
it seems pretty obvious based on that, right?
But what he was trying to reference was actually from the hit series Game of Thrones.
Right.
Yeah. But that wasn't widely accepted for obvious reasons. No one, hardly many people actually understood the reference. So he came under fire because of that. More or less, everyone was a little bit more upset that he made this little paragraph about how much he hates Meghan Markle. And I was just like, whatever, just thinking about it, like, whatever. And he made the reference to Game of Thrones, which I don't understand. I never actually watched Game of Thrones. But because most of the population that, praise Meghan Markle or whatever, or the fucking royal family or all that nonsense, they probably don't understand the reference as well. And they probably took it pretty harsh.
I doubt that the royal family did take it harshly. I doubt that they did.
Well, I really don't. I think I've got bigger problems to worry about, honestly.
I think that if anything, the royal family probably welcomed that sort of thing because they had been throwing Meghan under the bus from the get-go.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, that's another topic. But anyway, so said that.
So apparently, like, this is all being dressed up as a bit of a slip up from
a slip up
from
Whoopsie.
From Jezza.
How fucking British is that though? Oh, did I just make a racist? Oh, was it a bit of a slip up?
I mean, well, like, if I don't know Game of Thrones or anything, did this actually happen?
I watched a few. I think I watched maybe all of the first season. Maybe I certainly watched many episodes of the first season.
Yeah,
and then I was just like, I don't have time for Dungeons and Dragons.
No, yeah. Apparently that sort of happened in Game of Thrones, and he was expressing his hatred for Meghan Markle, which is just some woman to me. But, like, because the media seems to just bang on and on all about that sort of shit. And Jeremy Clarkson was like, she's not a McLaren. She's not a Lamborghini. What the fuck? And so, yeah, parade her through every town in Britain and hurl your shit at her, apparently.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
That's,
Jeremy Clarkson just proving how fucking classy he is yet again. I've honestly, I personally, I think that the show Top Gear probably could have been a good show. If they had anybody else. I just think that Jeremy Clarkson is a fuckwit, and I've thought that for so many years. Like, I've always thought that. I've always, like, just hearing him talk, the way that he presents himself, the way that he talks to other people, and just the way that he enunciates words.
Oh, yeah, he's a nonce.
He's a fucking nonce. And I'm just like, nope. So it doesn't surprise me that he would say something like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. And particularly in his older age, he's just getting a little bit more fucking crazy.
He's a bit more like, fuck you.
And I kind of love it. This is a bit more fucking crazy old dickhead. It's kind of amazing. But, like, yeah, him saying things like this, like...
He'd just be sitting out on his little porch one day, just sitting there rocking back and forth. Someone walks past, you're not British! Just fling shit at them.
I'm going to make a tweet about you. You Toyota driving cunt.
You call that a car? Yeah, fuck him. I'd put that as a -5 for me.
Negative.
-5.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Pins there. Yeah, that's a -5 for me because I just think that he's shit.
I mean, that's not memorable. But, like, it's kind of significant to some people out there.
Yeah,
maybe.
but so is everything, right?
Yeah,
the unicorn girl is significant to her and her family.
Oh, no, this is what I was looking at earlier, before the break. is I put an 8 and you put down a 9, which is we both put 10 down for the Queen.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing.
Is that it? Is that the extent of your summary? I put an 8 for something, you put a 9 for something, and then we both put a 10.
So sorry, I was trying not to burp, but I did. But okay, so winning in memorability.
Yep. It's always good to make up your own words.
Fuck up, cunt. But we've got 10 each.
Oh, we really?
Yeah, 10 each for the Queen.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But then unicorn fucking girl.
Yeah.
We've got I'm on 8 and you're on a 9. But
What?
then,
I didn't put Unicorn Girl on 9 for remembering Unicorn Girl.
oh, what did you put?
Not 9.
Well, I got 9.
Fuck, you're a spastic. I knew that I should have been in charge of the scorekeeping.
I'm in charge, so what
I
you
guarantee-
say is
okay.
made redundant.
Okay, look. The point is, it doesn't matter what you written down because all this is recorded.
So for some reason, this is more than Smith Rock.
You probably got those around the wrong way. Look, listen.
That.
No, okay.
You gave me the pen, and you gave me some paper.
Hang on, I think I'm remembering. I'm remembering. Okay, now with the unicorn girl and with the biting off the nose, that was a separate thing. That was based on like crazy factor. How crazy is that? Not on how memorable. Because we know that that's not going to be memorable. That's what that was based on. Am I right? Am I right?
No,
I know I'm right.
yeah,
I know I'm right. We were basing that one on memorable factor, not just those ones because they're the crazy ones.
No. Well, so for the golf one, we both put 0.5. But that's when we decided when we're going off memorable. When it was memorable.
Did we change that? Did we mess that up?
But potentially.
Okay. There's a good chance.
Really.
It does matter. This is just as important as the US elections.
More
important. More important, if you want my opinion. I mean, his fuck up is significant, but whether or not I think it's memorable.
Not 2022. No. Not like the Queen dying.
Exactly.
yeah. All right.
What year was it that the Queen died? Oh, it's the same year that Jeremy Clarkson said.
Yeah, Jeremy Clarkson said this about Meghan Markle.
Wait, wasn't that the same year that the girl got the unicorn?
And also,
It certainly was. Certainly was.
I do want to
the
point
exact
out
same year.
What a shit name it is, Meghan Markle. It's a cartoon character's name. You can take out any letter of that name. It won't be any better.
Mortho. What's your name?
Doesn't matter.
What's your name, Mortho?
Doesn't matter. You don't need to know.
Yeah, well, before,
It's Mortho the fucking magic.
But the third. Let me just, before you start hanging shit on people's names, just,
What, my real name?
Yes, boys in glass houses.
My real name is fucking Lush. I love my real name.
Go on.
I'm not going to say it.
All right, don't then. But I know what it is. I know what it is.
What's your real name?
I'm not going to say it.
No, you say yours.
No.
Yeah, no.
Let's just move on. But I'm not hanging shit on other people's names.
No, I definitely am. Meghan Markle.
It's way better than Jeremy Clarkson.
Jeremy Clarkson.
He's a fuckhead.
Parade
him through the fucking streets and throw shit at him.
Meghan Markle. It sounds like some sort of disease. Like an old-timey disease.
About?
Like, I mean, we had the pockets full of posies and stuff like that. It's
Meghan Markle. A pocket full of Meghan Markle.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking...
It's also Megan, not Megan.
It's
American, it's Megan. Meghan Markle.
That's nasty. That's awful.
Shut up, Meg.
Sounds like it fucking leave a rash.
Shut up, Meg.
I don't like that at all.
All right, anyway, that's enough of,
Okay.
of my my dear Megan.
I'll cross Jeremy Clarkson off. I've got Little Mermaid.
Now, Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Speaking of Megan Markle.
the remake of Little Mermaid's happening, starring Meghan Markle.
Fuck me. That was too much of a good segue. That segue was too good. Like, that's fucking terrible, and I don't agree, but shit, it worked. It fucking worked. Oh, man.
Sorry,
Fuck.
like, okay, so Little Mermaid's on here only because of how ridiculous this is.
Yes,
It's stirring controversy because the remake of The Little Mermaid, which is a classic Disney movie, is starring the leading role is played by a black woman, and that's stirring controversy for whatever reason. I'm not too sure why.
I thought it was a cartoon.
What then? The remake?
Well, I just thought that The Little Mermaid was a cartoon.
So the original, yes,
Yeah.
but the remake is live action.
Okay.
Yeah, so people.
Yeah. Not live action.
I just
Live action.
But no, it was something to do with like Halle Berry or something like that. She's playing the Little Mermaid, something like that.
I'm not sure it's Halle Berry.
I don't think it is. It might be her daughter or something.
I just feel like you just went for any black chick you could
No.
think of.
I read this in the thing earlier. Like she just happened to be black, but for some reason that was like a big issue around that about a fictional storyline.
Well, look, it was all the Trump supporters losing their shit that someone of color was playing a role that their daughters look up to and love and all that sort of thing, and they just fucking lost their minds about it. And it's just more and more proof of how crazy and ridiculous those type of extremist right-wing extremist racist people are, that they're going to lose their mind over something
absolutely ridiculous. So
it is
why
ridiculous.
is this causing controversy? But the only reason it is causing controversy is because America.
Yeah.
So like,
but you could sum up most of this podcast, most of today's podcast. Why is it causing an issue? America. Most of it. Not all of it, but most of it.
Yeah.
You know, there's some there that are perhaps a little bit more significant, like Queen Elizabeth dying, that you can't sum up on America.
Oh, Lizzie.
But most of them, you probably can. But anyway, the issue that I have around the Little Mermaid thing
is that you hate mermaids.
No, I hate
Sexist.
that. I hate that the media have given attention to this topic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I hate.
Yeah.
Why hasn't the media turned around and just been like, oh, look, some fucking rednecks don't like it.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
So what? But the problem is that the media are the ones that actually feed this bullshit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're the ones that feed this bullshit. And I honestly think that they're to blame when it comes to this, because there are going to be, and there always have been, redneck racist fuckwits that are going to believe and behave like this.
Absolutely.
It's just this is not a new phenomenon.
No.
It's just that now, for some reason, the media give them a voice.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the issue that I have with it.
Like, it definitely seems like this being such a nonsense fucking situation, the media are just clinging on to things that might cause controversy.
Anything that causes controversy.
Oh, man.
I think the biggest problem these days is that media is void of actual journalism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like mainstream media is void of journalism.
Yeah.
There are no real journalists that work in mainstream media. They don't actually pursue genuine subjects or articles or topics that deserve real recognition and real conversation.
Yeah.
They just go after clickbait. That's all they give a shit about.
I absolutely agree.
And
that's what media is.
Exactly.
They're just fear-mongering, sort of whatever gives them the biggest scores.
100%. On that note, click the link below to our next video.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to pretend to be a journalist. That's the big fucking difference. I also don't get paid anything to do this.
The Institute of Chats with Whiskey.
Yeah. As I said before, it's more informative than Fox News.
But no, you're right. That this is the epitome of just let's just grab onto any shit that might be wrong.
Anything.
Yeah. Like that the whole subject, like that was not an issue. Like it probably was not an issue before the media made it an issue. So like it could.
Well, like I was just saying, dude, there's always been and always will be people that have these kind of really extremist, right-wing, ridiculous views, right? Where they think that it's absurd that now all of a sudden the Little Mermaid is a black girl or a Mexican girl or fucking whatever, right?
Yeah.
But just don't give them a voice. Just don't give those crazies a voice.
Yeah.
And then it would have never been a topic. It would have never been a thing.
Yeah, that's right.
But that doesn't sell their silly little fucking tabloid magazines.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
So it's, who's to blame? It's to me, the people to blame for that aren't the rednecks that think that, right? Because they've always existed. The people to blame for that are the media that should know better, that are actually allowing it to be published and pushing it out there.
What I think this has really proven, especially in the States, is how shallow the media is willing to get.
Oh, they've got no moral.
No, they've got no soul.
No,
so they're going to dig deep.
They've got no taboo.
That's it.
Nothing's out of.
Yeah, nothing's. Yeah, they're willing to cross any line to make like they were the good guys.
They are the sluts.
Yeah. So there you go, Little Mermaid slut.
Not entirely what I meant.
Wait.
Not entirely what I was saying. Way to go with the media taking shit and twisting it. Did you hear what fucking Matt Whiskey said?
Little Mermaid's a slut. Sorry.
Now that she's black, she wasn't before.
She's now a slut.
Who's the pimp? No, ridiculous though.
Anyway,
Ridiculous.
that's like, I mean, I don't know what to rate.
I feel like
I don't know how to rate that.
I feel like I'd actually rate it not high, but reasonably high, because I think it's a bit of a turning point. I think it's a bit of a turning point. You know, that society gave a shit, even though, as I was saying before, most of society didn't. But it's a turning point within society that we kind of just allowed and accepted for these voices that shouldn't mean anything, and shouldn't even be heard. That we don't just allow it, but we buy it.
Like it's definitely something that makes it so, like makes it really obvious to just the general public of how fucking dumb the media is.
I unfortunately, I think it's more how dumb the people are buying it.
Yeah, it's
I think it's how manipulative the media are, and how dumb the people are that are buying it.
Yeah. No, you got it right, because I'm smart. But no, it's like, you know, how low the media are willing to sell things.
Yeah.
So this is actually quite significant. I mean, we already knew this, but this, like, surely this would be obvious to a lot of people.
I think.
I hope so.
Well, I don't think that most people of at least somewhat education and somewhat of a life of their own didn't spend too much time concerning themselves with the Little Mermaid thing.
Yeah.
You know, they would have. They would have known about it and been and had an opinion around it, and that opinion, if they were decent people, would have been, how ridiculous! Who cares?
Yeah.
What race the Little Mermaid is? First of all, just like unicorns, they're not fucking real.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter.
There's articles about that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, I think that most people wouldn't have paid it much heed. However, enough did that it became like it went fucking supernova.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It went viral as shit.
Yeah. And the whole time we've actually been talking about it, we haven't even touched on what the controversy is about. Because there's no need. It's a fucking joke. It's ridiculous.
Well, I assume that the controversy was about the fact that she was originally white.
Yeah.
And now she's not.
That's it. Like, we haven't touched the article.
But that's what's ridiculous about it. Is it
It's a fictional
fictional character that doesn't exist, never has, never will, was originally looked like this and now doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, Mickey Mouse has looked very different over the years.
Yeah.
If I remember an edit, I'll put up photos or like images of the change of Mickey Mouse over the years.
Yep.
You know,
and it could be racist against people that might identify as a mouse.
Oh fuck! Don't get me started on that.
Anyway, so that one I'm going to put down as because of the controversy that's caused, and it's not anything it's not needed in society and stuff like that, but it still caused controversy across the globe, which is ridiculous. I'm probably going to give it a 5.
Yeah, I hear you. I was going to say 4. I mean, I could go 5 as well. That, like, to me, it's kind of much of a muchness, but I feel the same about it in that regard. That it's like, I wish that it was a -5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish it was a -5 because I wish that it just was a nothing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is a something, and the reason why I think that it'll be like remembered or recognized is purely because of how fucked up it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4 though, not 5, personally.
Yeah, no, I totally dig that. Like, I mean, that's like I'm going 5 just basically for the same reasoning, really. Yeah. So it was sort of on the same ballpark there.
Absolutely.
So this bar in Australia, the owner has banned all Mariah Carey music. Sorry, not all Mariah Carey music. It's this one particular song, Christmas Time, and they are big lovers of Christmas. But this one song they have banned. And that's all I can tell you there.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you're talking about that Mariah Carey, was it Christmas something? Everyone knows it. It's an annoying fucking song.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Everyone
probably
knows
that one.
I welcome them banning it. I fucking hate
But
that song.
the like I remember reading the article earlier today, and they just said they love Christmas, but they've heard that song way too much, and it's requested all the time. So they were just like, no, that's it. That song is banned.
Yeah,
and
I welcome that.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah,
I mean, I've heard Christmas music
every year
since the day I was born. You know, so like I don't need to hear
every year. I've heard Christmas.
I don't need to hear it sung by another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. But that particular Mariah Carey song, I find just annoying because of how repetitive it is. Like, the song itself not necessarily repetitive, but you go into a shop or anything like.
It's everywhere.
It's all the time. It's all
Mariah
the time.
Carey's everywhere.
Is it All I Want for Christmas? Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure that's the track.
Yeah. Oh man, it's horrible.
Because that's the only one I can think of right now. All I want for Christmas is you.
That'd be it. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible. And for some reason, every girlfriend out there, or wife, or whatever, thinks that it's a great idea to play it.
Like, I mean...
And they think that it's cute. It's not cute. It's
Mariah
annoying.
Carey, though. Oh, surely then... Yeah, no, back then she was fairly fit. Surely.
Surely.
So I just had to think, like how old must she be? 50-something, you reckon?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I applaud them for scrapping the song. I don't think that it's memorable that they did that. So, let me give 2 scores. I only keep the one that we're actually keeping, but I just want to verbally say that I give you whatever the bar is out there. I think you said it was somewhere in New South Wales, here in Australia.
I think so.
Wherever it was, or maybe it was in Queensland, doesn't matter, but any bars around the world or shops that also get on board with just banning that fucking song, I give you all a 10. But in terms of this particular news article, I've got to give it a 0. It's not going to be remembered.
Yeah.
So, in crypto news,
Aha.
in crypto news,
Yeah.
those that are unaware, which if you're unaware, then I know where you've been living, but founder of FTX, Sam Bankman, it's either Fried or Freed or something. I really don't care.
Young fella.
Yeah, don't really care how you pronounce his last name, but Sam Bankman-Fried went bankrupt. Bit of a Ponzi scheme, lost $16 billion, possibly more, I don't really know. But basically just FTX, which he founded, just sort of ceased to exist. He was playing with money that didn't exist, he was taking money that did exist and pretending that it was money, spending it and pretending that it was still there, sort of, is the best way I can explain it.
Yeah.
Which I know isn't totally accurate, but
basically he was taking investors' money and spending it.
Yeah, that's right, and really lavishly too. Like he was living, I think it was like down in Barbados or something like that in the Caribbean, in like this mega mansion, with like 10 or so of his colleagues. That they all had, all young, probably good looking, I guess, I don't know, men and women that were just living the life. Like we're talking billions of dollars, billions of dollars. And they had apparently, it was all one big open relationship. So it was just a fuck fest. Jesus Christ. Why am I sat here when I could have been in the Caribbean and part of Sam Bankman-Fried's fuck fest?
Well, just living off innocent people's money. Well, who knows how innocent, honestly, but...
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Probably not terribly innocent.
Yeah. I mean...
Not innocent enough for me to care about. But I don't know. I just like, man, what a life. What a life.
Yeah, but wouldn't that guy be like looking at jail time now?
100%.
So
100%. He lost everything.
Yeah.
It's not like, because he didn't have much in the way of legitimate money. So once everything got seized, bank accounts frozen, private jets taken away, blah, blah, right? Yeah. Everything's seized. Yeah. So you can't sell anything to generate money because it's all... So yeah, where's he getting his money for his lawyers and stuff, right? Yeah. He might have had some legitimate money, but nowhere near the amount that we're talking about.
That he stole off people.
Nah, nowhere near. Yeah. But yeah, he was, at the time, up until, when was this? I wrote it down, November. I didn't write down the date, but it was in November. So really recent, like a month and a half ago, he was the youngest, wealthiest person in the world, youngest billionaire.
Yep.
But he also wasn't, because it wasn't his money. He just made.
You're right.
He was smart, but only so smart, right?
Yeah.
He was smart enough to make it happen, but not smart enough to sustain it.
Yeah. It's basically no different from being like, hey, Matt, can I borrow $1,000? And you give me $1,000 and I immediately spent it on a fucking limo down to the Gold Coast, had a fucking mental night and stuff and came back.
Well, sort of.
And then I'd be like, I'll never pay you back.
Sort of. I guess the difference is it'd be saying, hey, Matt, if you give me $1,000, I'll turn it into $3,000.
Yeah.
Right?
False pretenses.
And And then when I go, this is a part of it that I don't understand how this works. When I go to say, well, I want my $3,000 back. That I lent you 1,000. You said I'd get 3, so I want my 3. What I don't understand is how does he keep skirting around that? But this is the whole Ponzi scheme thing, and you do have to be smart for a Ponzi scheme to work, and you've got to be really smart to pull off the biggest Ponzi scheme ever, and also at the youngest age ever. But obviously, eventually, it will collapse, and it did for him in November. But I'm fucking newsworthy.
Well, that's quite significant.
Well, I mean, it collapsed the cryptocurrency.
Right.
It collapsed the cryptocurrency. So we're talking about billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars around the world.
Yep.
And also people just all of a sudden going like, we've got no faith in cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Because that's how all of the money was through crypto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every cent was through crypto. So all of a sudden, people are like, well, now we don't know. We thought we were putting our crypto money into a safe, like trading platform or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. You and I both bought crypto in the past.
Yep.
We bought it through Binance.
Yep.
Binance, thankfully, hasn't gone under.
Yeah, yeah.
But FTX was effectively the same thing, but they were just taking the money.
Yeah.
And that was him.
All right.
It's smart to be able to figure that out.
But it's smart and somewhat evil.
Oh, it's fucking evil. There's no question about it whether it's evil or not, but it's smart.
Like, yeah.
Smart doesn't equal good.
No, of course not. No. It's more or less narcissism, I suppose. Because he's just taken money from anywhere and just been like, yep, this is mine now, and just spent it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the ins and outs and how whether he started with bad intent or not. I don't know.
No one will.
But it certainly ended up like that. But like, did he try and make it legit at first, and it just got out of hand, out of control. He was spending more than he should, and then he was trying to make it back and whatever. I don't know. But either way, this is what it ended up as. So because of the financial implications on it, I would rate it reasonably high.
Well, this is international financial complications.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's pretty big.
It would have had more financial implications on people than what most people realise.
Yeah. For
because of the sheer amount of money.
Yeah, and the damage he's done to the market as well.
Yeah.
So, me not being all that knowledgeable of crypto and stuff like that, that could be up there maybe with the 6.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, around the 5.5, 6. I'll give it a 6.
What was his name?
Look, SBF is what he's known as. Sam Bankman Fuckhead.
Frigid.
Yeah.
He doesn't like being touched.
It's a shame for where he's going.
So I'm going 6. What are you going?
Yeah, I'll go 6.
Yeah, 6, yeah.
In fun, happy, exciting, very recent news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
Argentina. World Cup, baby!
No.
Argentina win the World Cup 2022 against France. The fucking French.
And
hopefully from this I might end up with some Argentina followers, but if I do, I appreciate it. But
definitely,
I don't know what you're saying.
French
you don't know
people.
what I'm saying. No, I don't at all. Look, if they had won, I would have done the same fucking thing for them. But I did have some money on Argentina to win, and they did win, so I'm pleased about that. But it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. I I had $10 on. This was early on into the World Cup. I had $10 on Morocco to win.
Morocco.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Right.
Purely because if they did, my $10 would have become I think like 2,000.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'll chuck $10 on that if they happen to get up. And the thing is, they kept going. Morocco kept going. I was like, fuck yeah.
Oh, dude.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And then, of course, didn't happen. But I also had $10 on Argentina to win, and they did win. But their odds were like way tighter. So it wasn't a lot. It was it was a little bit. It was a little bit, but not a lot. But I'm still happy. I'm happy for them, and a great victory for that country. They needed it. And I genuinely believe that as a country, they needed it more than France needed it. They needed the lift in spirits. They need the lift in tourism financially. Argentina are a lot poorer than France. They needed that. Look, I felt the same about when South Africa won the Rugby World Cup only 3 years ago.
Yeah.
South Africa against, pretty sure it was against New Zealand, and obviously I'm a Kiwi. I always want New Zealand to win, but New Zealand doesn't need the tourism money when it comes to rugby, at least, as much as what South Africa does. So I don't know. It's kind of like I like it when the underdog fucking comes in and clinches the deal.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah,
Like I mean, I've got. Like it, I don't know. It's like that World Cup was actually, the World Cup just gone was actually meant to be hosted in Australia.
the Qatar one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So this is the controversy.
I did not know that.
Oh, really? This is huge. It's just.
I did not know that.
Right,
so what happened? Why?
So
this is news to me.
Right. So Qatar, as far as I know, have bribed FIFA to host the World Cup. And so during the construction of their stadium, a lot of people died. There was a lot of slavery, etc., etc. It was
that
awful.
stuff I knew about. But that's interesting to hear. I do know that there was a lot of controversy and a lot of questions and what have you around the treatment, particularly of staff in the not just the construction stage of their stadiums, but even just staff that were involved in the hosting of the different teams.
Yeah,
they were effectively slaves.
That's what I've heard as well.
But they just managed to get away with the actual classification of slaves because they were still paid.
Yeah.
But they were paid by anyone else's standards at slave wages and under slave type of conditions.
Yeah.
I know that I remember really early on during the World Cup, there was, I think it was maybe maybe like 60 Minutes or so. No, it wouldn't have been 60 Minutes. I don't watch that shit. But it was something like that.
Yeah.
That went to the the base where all the teams stay. What was it called? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The fucking village. The village where all the teams stay.
Yeah.
And they kind of demanded, like, we want to see where the staff stay. So you've shown us the nice places where the teams stay. We want to see where the staff stay, where the staff eat, blah, blah, blah. And there was questions around, like, that there was only, one toilet per 20 staff members and things like that. And they had to live on site and they were always on call and just all sorts of shit. And getting paid really minimal amounts and just work to the bone and a whole heap of different things. So, but hey, look, if organisations like FIFA and like the Olympic Committee and the Commonwealth Committee and various organisations like this, if you want to keep giving these massive financial responsibilities to countries like that, that's exactly what you're going to get. Stop giving this to countries like that. Make them pull their game up in terms of human well-being and human rights before they're allowed that.
Yeah.
Don't give it to them in the hope that they will then improve human rights. Make them improve human rights, and then as a reward, give it to them.
Yeah.
In 10 years' time or 20 years' time, when they've proven that they actually have a sustainable thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't know that Australia was pegged to host.
I mean, it was predicted, and then it became a massive uproar 4 years ago, and then there was this whole thing like Qatar just suddenly was like, yeah, we're hosting it. It's just it sort of came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
And so that's when the word bribery started being flung about. And the more...
I mean, it wouldn't. I don't think it'd surprise anyone.
No, like, it doesn't surprise me.
A country like Qatar or any of those countries
there's
throwing several $1 billion. But it's, again, I don't think the issue is Qatar bribing. I think the issue is FIFA accepting.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So this is beyond my knowledge, but it's always been joked about that FIFA is one of the most evil corporations.
Well, yeah.
But like, I mean, there's obviously much more evil corporations, but I mean, it's just always been joked about. And now I'm just, it's coming to fruition. It's, it's a bit, it's becoming a little bit real. Yeah. In my...
Well, a lot of those sort of things end up coming around, don't they?
Yeah.
And this is where sometimes, not all, but some conspiracies end up being like...
Yeah. Like there's I don't know, it just became a weird thing, like where some conspiracies you think are really far-fetched, but as time goes on, you're just like, actually, there's something to it. There's something here.
Yeah. 100%.
Like as far as I know, FIFA is one of them. I'll be assassinated next.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, everyone knows that Mortho's platform globally.
Oh, dude, yeah,
it's huge.
Fucking yeah, you should be so happy to see me right now.
Well, I'm not. I'm terrified because you're probably going to get shot. And I'll miss and hit me.
No, this is just like everything I've said is just knowledge based on internet articles,
and not necessarily a lot of research either. We've learned. As we've learned, if you've stuck around this long, you would have also appreciated Will's lack of.
We're not touching on that one, but yeah, no, like yeah. No, I mean, I'll give it a red hot go.
No, and you did. You did, and I appreciate it. And that's one of the things I love about you, Willie, is that you give it a red hot go.
You love a good red hot.
Willie. That is, for me personally, probably the rapper that I dislike probably the most. Kanye West.
Oh, yeah.
And his fall.
He's a good one.
His fall.
Yeah.
And how glorious his fall was. I just have always, much like a lot of these others, I've just always thought, like Jeremy Clarkson, I've always just thought...
Jeremy Clarkson.
I've just always thought, like, this guy's a fuckwit and it's not going to work. And, yeah, I mean... Look, Kanye just lost his marbles.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Right, he's gone.
He's gone, and Adidas and whatever Pepsi or whoever it was, Burger King, I don't care, fucking Pizza Hut, like, whatever.
He's not going to be
They've all just dropped him.
Like he's
he
done.
He lost like all of his money overnight.
Yeah.
All of his money overnight. And yet continues to just be a complete fucking muppet. Like, to me, I one more after this one, but I just, And look, I know that a lot of people really like, oh, Kanye's music, blah, blah. First of all, Kanye's music's not good. He samples absolutely everything and then just puts average lyrics to them. And like, he samples everything. And he's not very clever. He's in most regards of his life, he's not very clever.
No. Well, obviously, mental illness has a part to play in this, but I don't think that is. Surely there was someone, like he could afford some sort of advisor, some sort of guy that does all the filtering for him.
Yeah, but he's a conspiracy theorist. He wouldn't trust any of them.
No, of course not. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, he went a bit mad. I remember watching an interview with him, and he went between like several conversations within one sentence.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the worst thing about that sort of person. You give him a microphone and all that power. Yeah. Like he's gonna do all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw him live in 2006. It was really weird though. Like, well, the concert itself wasn't weird, but it was just a weird setup. He opened for U2 in 2006.
The fuck?
Yeah, very odd. Very odd. But nonetheless, he did. And the only song at the time that I knew and that I think that anyone knew, because at that stage it was an opening act, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't selling out his own stadiums. He was playing at a stadium because U2 were, but he was still the support.
Yep.
The only one that anyone knew was Gold Digger. And again, for those that don't know, that's not his song. It's a remake or whatever a cover.
Is it really?
Yeah, 100%. It's a cover.
Yeah.
It's a cover. He does a good job of it, but it's not his song.
Yeah.
Most of the shit that he does is not his.
Who did that?
I do know the answer to that, but not off the top of my head.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry.
Yeah. I do know. It's old. But anyway, that's by the by. Like, nothing wrong with doing covers. But the point is that he's always passed himself off as being like, I'm this great songwriter.
Yeah.
You don't write shit, mate.
No. Yeah. He's definitely ego fed.
Oh, yeah. But it's all by his own ego, which is also why, and this leads into the other thing that I was going to say, just my last news article for the year based on what I've written down is Donald Trump. He's still just a fucking disaster.
Oh, man.
He's still a disaster. Happens to be good friends with old mate Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that in itself, you're friends with Donald Trump. You're a black man that's friends with Donald Trump.
Yeah. This is how fucked.
How many alarm bells do you need? How many alarm bells do you need?
Man, I just he's running for president again, and it's just like, dude, like,
if America voted him back in,
man, like, I mean, if America had any fucking common sense, it's like not to do that shit
if
again.
they had any common sense, that he wouldn't have been voted in the first place. The amount of school shootings that we've had, and
that they've had,
and that they've had, and the girl in LA wouldn't have been granted permission to own a fucking unicorn.
Bless her.
If they had any common sense.
Man, like, I promised that girl a unicorn if I get elected.
Oh, yeah.
If I get elected, forget the wall. Forget the wall.
We don't need a wall.
No.
We're going to have unicorns.
Do you know how passionate I am about this unicorn?
Nobody loves unicorns more than me. It's not a horse with a horn. You know why it's not a horse with a horn? If you watch back to the beginning of this video, you'll see why it's not a horse with a horn. Do you remember why?
No.
Because unicorns don't exist.
Don't you? No! Matt, no! They fucking exist. Like...
You don't get to do that with the cry. That's not a cry button.
They do.
It's a hype button.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so Kanye and Trump, what a way to wrap up the idea that is 2022. Two spastics. At least we know that the USA is unified in racial diversity when it comes to fucking retards.
I was going to say madness.
Fucking retards.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
Whoa, that was not English.
You heard
it here first. Actually, you haven't heard
for
it
our
here
Swedish
first.
listeners. You heard first. Was that one gone rank already?
No, sorry, I'm trying to think which one's my whiskey one, which one's my Jaeger.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess one of the things that I find disturbing with Kanye and where it's led to his demise, which I don't understand, and I guess one of the reasons why I'm wondering, like, has he just sort of lost the plot, is there's this massive anti-Semitic pathway that he's gone down, and because he's had for quite a while now a strong connection and very open tie to Donald Trump, which if you're trying to prove that you're not extreme right wing and you're not racist and stuff, tying yourself to someone like Donald Trump isn't the smartest move.
No,
and it also doesn't make sense for a black man to do that,
No.
or any minority to do that. And then for Kanye to turn around and have this very anti-Semitic view that he's had. Like he's fucking lost it. And you know, we've got to give that a score, because I think, like, with how far.
Oh, that's a score that I didn't even have.
Yeah, that's
put
right.
in.
So
yeah.
with how big Kanye has been within the pop culture scene and what have you for, I don't know, fucking 15 plus years, you know, that just makes me think that what's happened to make him suddenly have this massive flip, you know, like it's more, it's even more of a shocking flip than when Dennis Rodman decided to make friends with Kim Jong-un. It's even more of a fucking weird flip than that.
Well, I mean, like Kanye West that's just a big, massive question mark. Well, I mean, I'll say a question mark. Clearly, he's mentally ill. Clearly. So, but you're given this. Sorry, he's been given this much power to do all this shit, and then he comes out just like, I'm this powerful, I could say this shit. And he's gone ahead and done it.
Exactly. And I think that I wonder whether or not that's got any influence from his ties with Trump, where he's looked at, because don't forget, it wasn't all that long ago that Kanye was saying, I'm going to be president. And he's friends with Trump, and he's watched Trump, his friend, just be able to say anything he wants, behave however he wants, and get away with whatever he wants. And now there's little Kanye sitting in the rings going, I can do it too.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a Kanye.
I don't know what that was.
No, I'm not sure either.
Like
but
a fucking
you get the
SpongeBob SquarePants.
yeah.
But no, that absolutely. Like, I mean, he's a lunatic. He's he's obviously mentally ill, and you've given this much power, and he can't trust the people around him, so he's just going to say whatever he wants. But when he says he can say this and get away with it, and he was like trying to make a point, but it completely backfired on him. So there's a lot of people just fucking like Adidas, for one. They just were like, okay, we're no longer your sponsor.
Yeah,
there's loads of people,
and he lost a shit ton of money off those deals.
Yeah, of course,
shit ton.
I still think that he'll be alright in life.
Probably financially, he probably will be, but you know, he'll claim poor because he's going from, I don't know, 500 million or whatever to 20 million.
Oh, is that all?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea.
No, neither us.
But
No one
the point,
knows.
what I'm getting at is that I agree with you. I think he'll be all right. I think, financially, but is he all right mentally? No.
No. No.
And hasn't been for quite a while.
No, yeah. And this is...
He's had a godlike complex
absolutely.
for a long time,
Yeah.
and that comes across in a lot of the lyrics in his songs. I've heard it in a lot of the lyrics of his songs. I've thought for a long, long time there is something wrong with this guy. I truly have. I haven't liked Kanye or his music or his message or anything for a long time. I always wondered what that Kardashian girl why she was ever interested in him, because he was only ever interested in himself.
Yeah. No, that was absolutely a celebrity marriage.
Oh yeah.
That was no romance going on there.
No.
It was just money. But so, like, for a mentally ill person, fucking climbing that far up and then just losing the plot that little bit more, like, it just stirred up everything.
But do you reckon that he always had those mental troubles, or that they came about as he got higher up?
I reckon he always had them. Just from, like, I mean, I don't follow the dude or anything like that, but listening to him, like, that stuff just doesn't just happen overnight. Like, from my experience, no, you just don't develop a mental illness overnight. Like, this is something that he would have struggled with, but him personally would have not struggled with. He would have been like, I've got all this power, so I'm just gonna ride with it and just be a fucking loopy fucking cunt, you know. But and then all the other people, like, he's probably got a bunch of yes men.
Oh, that's what I was just about to say. He definitely got yes men.
Yeah.
Definitely got yes men.
Yeah, people that are just feeding off.
Well, and if you're narcissistic and you have money, you only put yes men around you. Well, I mean, if you're paying the people that are around you, you're not going to pay people to be around you to say no.
No, exactly.
Particularly if you're narcissistic. But even most people in general will want people around them that are in agreement with them. Yeah. You know? But yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. I don't think that he suddenly ended up with a mental illness, but I think that it's progressively gotten worse. Progressively gotten worse.
Oh yeah.
But because of his position within his own social standing, it's not like he had any position of power, but his position within his own social standing and having yes men around him, nothing was ever done about it. And then it got to the point where this happened, and he's just a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. It's quite sad to see. Like, it's sad to see. But, like, for any sort of, like, if this happened to any of our friends or something like that, we wouldn't let it get this far. Surely. I hope not.
Yeah,
not to the same extent. Like, I don't know anyone that's going to be as famous as Kanye.
Yeah,
except for whiskey.
But I think that's the big difference, though, Mortho, is that, like, if you're only going to get to that point of having that level of issue without recognition if you're able to financially sustain it.
Yeah.
Right? So if you or I were to start going down that path, it'd get pulled up way sooner because we can't financially stop it from happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we're not in a position to befriend the former president, or at the time the president.
No.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, no, there's a few things that we've actually touched on tonight that sort of proves that money talks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it does.
There's a few things. Like, I mean, even the Will Smith and Chris Rock incident and stuff like that. Like, I mean, like, what we witness is a crime being committed on TV.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're celebrities, so it's okay. Fucking, that's money.
Yeah.
You know? Like, in so many avenues, media, they would have been just gobbling that up. That's money.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Like, money does absolutely talk. Money's got power here. It's really sad. It's kind of scary as well.
But see, I feel exactly the same about the Meghan Markle thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That one of the big things around why she was being, well, not necessarily about why she was being attacked, but the fact that she was being attacked was the influence of the royal family and them basically just using her as a scapegoat. They were just using her as like just
Put your attention on her.
Put your attention on her. Put your attention on her. Don't look at us.
Yeah.
Don't worry about us. She's the half race one, not us.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking disgusting.
I mean, I heard about that when they were just like, oh, she's like, there's this whole sort of racial thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, then, you know, I've seen pictures of Meghan Markle and stuff. Like, is she meant to be black?
Well, this is the thing, man.
She
People
doesn't
say that. I look at her and I'm just like, God damn it. She is one sexy olive skin girl. Holy mother.
Gorgeous.
Fuck her, she's hot.
Yeah. Like, I mean, well done. Which one? Fucking William?
Harry.
That's him.
Okay, just so that everyone's clear.
Yeah.
Harry ain't pulling that unless he's a fucking prince. No chance, man. Sorry, rangers out there. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, man.
You're not just gonna pull someone like that.
Poor fella. Harry.
No, Harry's still fucking her.
Yeah.
Harry's still fucking her. Don't say poor fella Harry. Poor fella every other redhead out there who's like, yeah, man, I can get me that. No, you can't, bro. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Nor can I.
Yeah, you're not.
And he certainly can't.
I can. I pull. Fuck you.
Not Meghan Markle level.
No, what the fuck are you talking? I'm not chasing.
Maybe the Kate. What's Williams one?
I'll pull a unicorn before
something?
I can pull Meghan Markle. Like
Kate something or other.
Middleton.
Kate Middleton.
Yeah.
Should be easy at like. I mean.
Oh man. Oh
Look. Would I get my dick wet? Of course I would. But Kate is normal looking, right? Meghan is model looking.
Yeah. So, I know the normal looking ones seem to have a little bit more fucking.
Bit more give.
Yeah. The model ones seem to be like, I'm so hot, but don't touch me.
Yeah, and this might be the case. All I'm saying is that you can't get them, right? And I'm sure that she'll argue to the hilt. No. Look, if he was a brickie or a carpenter or a
absolutely
or a lonely podcaster, they wouldn't have even met.
Yeah,
let alone hooked up.
Absolutely.
Right. I full respect for that couple.
Yeah,
but don't pretend that. I'm not saying that you are. Don't pretend that your position in society doesn't mean something.
No,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I mean,
of course it does.
I mean,
of course it fucking
imagine
does.
that. And any sort of girl would be like, I can be a princess.
Yeah.
You know, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and Star Signs and fucking eating cake. You know, they love that shit. You know, imagine doing that for a living. It's every fucking girl's dream.
Yeah.
I'm such a catch.
You are a catch. You are a catch. You're my little catch.
Medium catch.
So yes. Anyway, I think that with the Meghan and Harry thing, I think that's I can't remember what we're talking about, but
sorry. This is definitely a bit off the rails, but we were actually should be landing on a rating for the Kanye.
Oh yeah, true. We haven't
actually rated that.
Okay, Kanye's fall.
Mind you, we rated the Queen a 10 out of 10.
Oh, there's no way Kanye's even near that.
No.
But Kanye's fall, I'll give it a 4 in terms of memorable and significant across the year. I'll give it more in a couple of years when he hangs himself. But at the moment, a 4.
Like, I mean, what if he hangs himself Christmas?
Well, okay.
That obviously changes.
We're now into the 22nd of December. It's 12:30 at night now, so we've been going for a few fucking hours. There we go. That's all right. We're gonna have a few more drinks after this. It's
I'm
fucking
happy
Christmas
with a collective
time, motherfucker.
4. I'm happy with a
Yeah, I'd go
collective
4. I'll go 4.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of all that fucking news of the world bullshit. I think we've covered quite a few topics there, though, Mortho.
We didn't actually come to a grand total.
Well, what's the grand total for the year? Is that what you mean? Grand total for the year? Have you figured it out in our little PP break?
So like, if we're doing out of 10 as a collective, then we've done 5.9.
So call it 6.
Call it 6.
So we're giving the year as a whole.
It's a 6 out of 10.
As like what a general
Is our piss take rating.
Our piss take rating. I like it. Our piss take rating.
Yep.
For the year of 2022, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here first from our man Mortho. Give us the reading. The camera's on you, son.
Fuck. All right. Okay. So it turns out to be.
You don't need to read them all. Just give us our reading.
So we've called it 6 out of 10. So our rating for the year, our piss take rating, is a 6 out of 10.
Piss take rating for the year, 6 out of 10.
It's more than average.
It's more than average, but it's not. It's not even a pass, though. That's not a pass.
I mean, we could have done more shit.
So what do we want? What do you want to see next year? And moving into 2023? What do you want to see?
Well, maybe less tragedy.
But maybe more tragic, trashy.
Trash,
trashy.
yeah.
Well, I want more shit in beds. More shit in beds.
Shit, yeah.
More shit in beds.
Yeah, like
maybe some more girls getting unicorns for no fucking reason.
I want to see more women, more shit, more beds. Like, is it? That's all I want.
I know what you want to see, but what I mean is like what?
What? Wait, what?
Fucking weirdo.
What are we? What's this rating out of? No, okay. So
well, I want to see less celebrities slapping each other, and ideally less of them shooting each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we've already had the Queen die. I think, look, if the King happened to die, well, he's not even the King yet. If he did,
that's a bit of a
but
that's a perk.
I'd give that a really low rating. Like, you reigned for a day, but
yeah.
But then it'd be William being sworn in, and that would probably jump up.
That would pick it up easily.
Yeah. But I don't think that those two combined would necessarily get it back to a 10 that we got from the Queen dying. So I don't know. Maybe that would or maybe combined they would. But either way,
but the thing is, like, we actually don't know until next year.
No, but we don't know. But I'd like to see less Kanye West. I'd like to see. Who else do we have? I'd like to see a lot less of Will Smith. I'd like to see some more Argentina World Cup win type of things, you know, like in terms of the underdog winning some shit.
Yeah.
Way less Trump. No more Trump, actually. That'd be really good. Yeah, I'd like to see no more Trump. Yeah. I don't want to see any more Sam Bankman-Fried, Freed, far out, fuckhead, whatever you want to call him. I'd like to see no more of those.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. There's not a lot of these news articles that I want to see more of.
No, like, I mean, basically everything I don't want to see more of.
The only one I can think of is like World Cup win type of thing. All right, maybe we just need to do a sport one next year.
No, I don't think. I think what we've done is a good collective of sort of relatively light-hearted, fun topics.
Yeah.
But like in next year, it just means we might need to pick up our game a little bit.
Yeah, this is true.
Obviously, this year there's
been many other things.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. I know one thing. A certain podcast started this year.
This year?
Yeah. How long do you think this fucking...
Sorry. Has this podcast only been going for a year?
Not even a year, man.
Not even a year.
Come on.
Oh, I don't know. Like, it just
You
seems
were
like...
one of the first guests, you
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
dopey
It just
cunt.
seems like it was so long ago.
Well, this is season 1. This is the end of season 1. This is the last episode of season 1.
Last season of episode... Last episode of season 1.
Yep.
This is it.
Yep.
Right.
So, yeah, it started in August.
Far out.
Yeah. But this is already the second studio.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Shit moves fast in this world, brother.
It does. Like, I mean...
And thank you for being part of it.
No, thank you very much. But, like, it's...
What was that noise?
Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah, you're one of the first guests
No, so it...
on it.
Like, it just seems so...
You're the first one that's been a second guest. Does that make sense? You're the first person to come back a second time.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just like from where this started, it used to be the podcast, the room, the studio, shared space of the shop. So now it's got its own designated. It's got its own designated studio.
Yep,
which is very exciting to see.
it is.
Yeah.
And you painted. Let me. Why don't I just grab a camera? And let's just see.
No, we're pissed enough. We'll figure it out as we go on.
I'm just gonna grab.
Which camera do you want to grab?
Okay, boys and girls, where is he? There's Mortho. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Look at this huge fucking piece that he did here.
Yeah. So that was just
So there's
just as the new studio was opening.
that shiny ring there is the camera that sits beside him. That's the camera that.
How do I get out? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
And then this camera doesn't have a long lead, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. Sorry. But then on this side, so this is shit. That's where I sit there. So this is the angle that Mortho looks at me from. That's a screen there so I can see what's happening when I'm changing cameras. And this is that big piece I was talking about with the CWW. It's fucking awesome. Coming around this way, more lights for the cameras. Over there's a couch in the fridge. Some artwork. More artwork done by Mortho, of course.
I bet it's got a big
The cabinet there that's got the various bottles of whiskey and stuff on it, depending on what we're wanting to drink. Just a bit of a chill out zone. Fridge there, always got beer in it. And then back around to the hot desk here. That, again, where I sit. And there's Mortho. Or also known as the guest seat, depending on who's on the show. So there we go. Hey, look. Thank you, everybody. May as well just do this while we're down here. Thank you, everybody, and take care. Have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you so much for your support throughout this first season. Please share the channel around, help build subscribers, and help build the channel. And let's get season 2 kicking off in 2023. Peace.
23, baby.